What's going on, guys? It's Bunce1234 here. Today I'm coming at you with another GTA 5 live stream, but this time I'm going through all my garages. So this is a full garage tour. Gonna do some chilling and hanging out, and yeah, just have some fun. I've got 22 garages to go through, so this is probably going to be a long stream. I don't know how in depth I'll go with a lot of my vehicles, but we'll see how it goes. We're starting off with my facility, of course. So a lot of you will own a facility, so I'm starting off with my facility because my last garage tour I didn't include it because I only had one vehicle. Probably about a month or so ago, I went and spent a shit ton of money, and I just bought a whole heap of vehicles. This is before my live stream last week. I'm doing a little bit more spending, but I spent like 40 to 50 something mil probably about a month ago, just filling up all my garages as best I can. And then I won the podium vehicle, and I had to I had to buy some more vehicles. And that's why the other stream was like that. So we'll jump into my facility. So we'll start off with the Avenger first. All liveries are the same apart from one, but I'll go through that more. So we got the Avenger with the army print. I just realized it says Marines on the side. Wow. I only just realized that. Oh wow, I just realized that. But yeah, we got the Avenger here. I've customized it completely. It's just Desert Tan with the, I think it's Zancudo livery. I think, could be wrong. No doubt I always am. So from here, got all the black blob. It looks better on clothing. We head up to the stairs. We'll work our way back around. So we've got the thruster or the jetpack. It's got the homing missiles on it. It's also got the boost to be able to take off quicker. Again with the Desert Tan, same livery because I love my army stuff. Good, but it's not really worth using. I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but when you got the Oppressor Mark II flying around, it's literally just worth it. Not worth it. It's literally useless against all them. So we'll move down to here. We've got the Carrion Technical Custom, again with the same Desert Tan, Fort Zancudo livery on it, because why not? It's got the minigun instead of the normal turret, just because the minigun I think the minigun just does a little bit more damage. It also has proximity mines in it, because why not? So if you got the person back shooting, you can just drop proximity mines behind you and protect him as well as yourself. A lot of the wheels will be the same, so just ignore the wheels. So it's actually a really good vehicle. I've owned this is my 5th time owning this car. I sell it every time because I don't have people to cause havoc with, along with a lot of these vehicles. But I'm going to keep them all because why not? What's the point of selling vehicles when you're only going to buy them again at a later stage? That's how I see it. I also have 2 normal versions of this just because I love it. And if you're a big fan, I think it's based off the old school Toyota Hilux, the single cab. It's actually really good for off-roading, mountain climbing and all that. It's actually not as bulky as a lot of the off-roading vehicles these days, but it's actually really nice to drive. It's also decent sounding. Next we got the Insurgent Pickup Custom. This is also my 4th or 5th time of owning this vehicle because, like I said, I don't have people to cause havoc with. But it's got the exact same minigun as the Technical Custom. It's also got proximity mines in it, again with the exact same livery and tan Desert 10, but it's got the Earth 10 as secondary. So I did break it up with that. A lot of I do like to break up vehicles so they're not all the one. That just looks awesome the way it is, so I didn't change it too much. But this is also really good for crates. I know the Oppressor is better, but I'm someone that likes to drive around and literally just cruise around. So this is actually one of the better vehicles to collect crates. It's decently quick, it's heavily armored, and you can just literally almost drive through everything apart from buildings. But you can literally drive through literally any vehicle and it will just plow through it or just drive over it. It's also a decent off-roading vehicle since it's not, even though it's so heavy and all that, when you go up you can't exactly flip it. Like you can, but it's very, if you're up in the air, it sort of just controls itself, is what I'm trying to say. Decently good, but yeah, it's actually reasonably, I think I got mine for free and I just customized it. But yeah, it's good for crates, it's good just to drive around, it's good to cause havoc. It's also good to annoy people, but then again, so is the Toreador. That's also good to annoy people. Next, you got the Konjali Tank. I love the Konjali Tank. I don't know, I kept pressing down, so just ignore that. This also has proximity mines in it. It's got the upgraded barrel, because I just love the upgraded barrel look. It just sticks with the traditional, not traditional, the futuristic looking of the tank. Again with the same tan, but with the earth, the dark earth over it as well. This is actually really good for the 5-star wonder levels. So if you want to cause havoc and just get the police on you, it's actually really fun to do. I don't know if it's still around, but a couple years ago or whatever, roughly when it first came out, when you got 5 stars, if you kept on killing or destroying the police vehicles and all that, I think it either resets or it overlaps, but it goes from 5 to 3. So I don't know if it overlaps and now you got 8 stars, or if it just drops down to 3 or 2. It's one of them, but it's if you want to cause havoc in a solo session or just with your friends, this is one of the best vehicles. That's one of the best vehicles because it's so heavily armored. But if you just want to ruin the fun, well, not ruin the fun, but if you want to have your own fun and just go on a 5-star 1 level rampage, it's one of the best vehicles to use, in my opinion. So yeah, next we've got the Heavy Menacer. This is the only one out of this whole garage that has this livery. I tried to put the exact same livery as all the others, but just I don't think I could do it, or it just didn't look that good. This just, it looks nice. It makes it look more aggressive. Makes it look more of like a mobster vehicle. So it's got the exact same minigun. No, it doesn't. It's got the tri-barrel minigun, which does the exact same damage as them. Pretty sure I put proximity mines in it because I love my proximity mines, and why the hell not? One with the black rims, the black tinted windows and all that. So this is actually really fun to drive, but it's the first time me owning it, so haven't really driven it much, haven't really caused much damage with it because, like I said, I don't really have many friends. I have friends, but not many. So that is the Heavy Menacer. I just love the livery on this. It makes it look so much more aggressive, in my opinion. Just looks nice. Next we've got the half track, the Bravado half track. This is such an old school military vehicle. I love it as much as all the other vehicles, but I love this so much. This is actually my 6th time owning it. I always sell it because, like I said, I don't have many friends to cause havoc with, or my friends just lose interest in GTA, and then I don't have people to cause havoc with, so I just end up selling it because it's what I do. But I love it. I love my old school looking military vehicles. I've also got the quad barrel we might as well say quad barrel, because that's literally what it is. It's just four guns. Basically, that it's actually really good. It's decent. It's heavily armored, but it's just slow, which is its downfall. It's also got proximity mines in it, so but it's not like. We've got the Chatterbug, colors and theme, and it just works. This is actually a really decent vehicle to take out Oppressor Mark IIs and jets because of the lock-on range and the fact that the missiles don't really miss. But I don't really drive it much. I haven't driven it since I bought it. I only bought it to fill up space. That's literally the only reason why I bought it. Other than that, it's actually a really decent vehicle to own. It's decently armored, but I think it's only blows up with 1 or 2 rockets, which is its downfall. But you can do a lot of fun stuff. You can do a lot of fun and stupid stuff with this. I know that for sure, because one of my friends own it, and we're just doing stupid shit with it because we could. Next vehicle is the Zaba. I actually won this from the podium. I didn't know. I knew what it was. It was just thought stuff. I spin the wheel and I won it. And I'm like, well, you know, I won it, even though it's not really worth owning. But so yeah, this is Zaba. No, you can't really do much with this. You can drive it on water, but that's about it. I'd rather have the Apc Tank drive on water, or the Toreador, because you can go underneath the water and all that. But one off the podium vehicle, and I thought, stuff it, I might as well keep it. I know there's a way to customize the wheels through the iFruit app, but I really cannot be bothered, so I've just done that. Looks alright, but then again, at the same time, it's actually a really shit vehicle, in my opinion. I'm just not a fan of it, but like I said, I want it, and I've decided to keep it. Next is the Heavy Barrage. I love this vehicle. It's decently quick. It's weak, as you could say, because I think it destroys after 1 rocket, but can't do much about it. I've got the same minigun on the back and the front, the tri-barrel, just because a lot of people go with the grenade launcher at the back that I know, but I've decided to go with the minigun because I just love shooting bullets and love the sound of the miniguns more than the grenade launcher. Again with the same livery, Desert Tan, Earth, Dark Earth paint job with the Desert Tan wheels. Just, it looks nice, it looks mean, it looks aggressive, and that's what I really go for. Next we've got the Apc Tank, the heavy Apc Tank. This is so much better to drive on water than the Zaba. It's a little bit quicker, not by much. A little bit quicker, it's a little bit more armoured, I think. But I went with the Sam Turret on top. I know it's probably not the best to go with, but I like the look of it. I love it. Just love how heavy it looks and how aggressive it looks. I think you can put proximity mines in it. Not 100% sure, but if you can, then I put them in. If I didn't, then I didn't. So yeah, hold on, go give me a second. I just got a message. So yeah, that's the Apc Tank. It's again with the exact same wheels, livery, color, and all that. Just because I love the military look, love the way the military vehicles look. Just they just look really nice, really cool. Lastly, we've got the RVC. I literally just bought this because of the sake of buying it. I know there's a lot better vehicles and all that, but I wanted to fill up space, and this just took up the whole spot, so I was quite happy with it. Again with the exact same livery, exact same color and all that. Ignore my license plate. Now I don't think I can put. I think this is like the APC tank. You can't put proximity mines in it. But then again, if you can, I did. If I didn't, I didn't. So yeah, there's not really much more to discuss about these vehicles. But this is just one garage, so I'll leave and get into the vehicle and head to my next one. Also might spin the wheel on stream because, you know, why not? So let's leave this garage. Let's leave the facility. I've already got a vehicle outside waiting for me, so I'm just going to have to change outfit. I'm not telling my friend I'm streaming at the moment. Alright, I need to go ahead out this way and then up and around. Now let's change outfit, because why not? So our next garage I have to drive to, since there's a live stream I can't luckily skip it. But next live stream will be the casino, so I'm going to head into the casino first. Yeah, I'll head into the casino first to spin the wheel, and then actually no, what I'll do is I'll do the garage tour first, then I'll spin the wheel. Wasn't even paying attention, I didn't even hit. This is actually a really nice vehicle to own. It's reasonably quick. Like, you're not going to beat like the Wagner or any other supercar like that, but for what it is, for the price tag it is, it's actually really decent. It looks astonishing, in my opinion. I love the look of it. The livery on this car also came out with the casino. When the casino first got made, it was one of those login bonuses or do something to unlock it or something. I can't remember how I got it, but I got it, and I missed out on one of them, which was for the S80 RR, I think it was. DJ, what's going on, brother? So I head to the casino and put this away, switch vehicles, drive to the next one. Go away, music locker. I'm probably gonna bring it out me Hellfire just because it's my favourite muscle car. I love driving it. So we'll start off with the Trufade Thrax. It's really bad lighting in here. Can't do much about it. So we've got the Trufade Thrax. There's not much really special about it. I think it's a galaxy blue at the front and like a dark midnight blue at the back, I think it is. It's just, I was experimenting colours and I went with the traditional Bugatti colours basically. And I went with the black wheels with the yellow writing because it's just got yellow writing all over the car and it just worked. So that's that. We've got the Paragon Rr Armored. That's a mouthful. Still need to change the wheels on this, but I love these wheels on it. I basically just went with the Shark Jet Fighter livery just because I reckon it looked cool. So that's the Paragon RR. Next we've got the Nis S80RR. I missed the livery for this. I missed the login livery for this. I'm actually really upset about it. So I should really change those wheels. But I went with this is my crew blue with the black. I think it just comes black naturally. Or no, actually no, that's the livery. Sorry, that's the livery. But yeah, I went with the crew blue. I love how it's a single seat. I just love how it's a single seat, and it's decently quick for what it is. So yeah, that is the Nis S80RR. Leave the middle ones to last. Next we've got the Obey 8F Drafter. try to make this look as close to the BMW of Need for Speed Most Wanted. I know this is based off an Audi, but when I seen the livery, I thought, nah, I have to make it as close as possible to the BMW. I reckon I did a really good job. I can't remember what wheels I put. I cannot remember what wheels I put in this. I think they're the they're not normal wheels. But yeah, that's the Obey 8F Drafter. Next we've got the Vapid Caracara 4x4. Again with my crew colour, just because my crew colour suits literally every vehicle that I own. Could change every single vehicle into my crew colour and it just looks awesome. So this is based off a Ford Raptor. I'm not a big fan of Fords, but some Fords I do like. I do love my Ford Raptors. I think it's maybe because my favourite dinosaur is the Velociraptor, and it made sense. I've kept the stock wheels on it because the stock wheels actually look really nice. I'll probably end up changing them to actual off-road tyres, off-road wheels, but I'm not 100% sure just yet. But I got the sport roof rack on it just because it looks nice. It's a decent off-road vehicle, nothing like what most people use, but it's actually really good, decently quick, sounds decent, and it looks nice. Next we've got the custom gauntlet, the Gauntlet Classic Custom. I was going to turn this into Doc Hudson, but I couldn't get the color properly, so I just stuck with the red. Try to make this look more like Fast and Furious. Even though this is based off the Challenger Superbird, not the Dodge Daytona. It still classifies as a Daytona. It's just not the right one. This is like an old school Dodge Charger. A Dodge Challenger, not Charger. Dodge Challenger. This is based off an old school version of that. So I just went with the standard red with the black wheels, red writing on the tyres, and just the black livery because it just all blended in nicely. Sucks you can't use use a torch in here. It would be so much better. So next we've got the Grotty Furious. I love this car. I don't drive it very often, but I love it. This is actually the first car where the doors roll out. I love the doors that roll out. Rockstar need to make more vehicles with the doors that actually, instead of going like a butterfly, these actually roll out. So I might end up driving this to my next garage, which isn't too far. But this is just standard wine red. I think it's wine red with like a stone silver pearlescent. I think it's a stone silver pearlescent or something like that. It's just, I went with like a dark look. Went with the tri-stripe livery because it looked nice on it. But yeah, that's the Furia. Next is the Zarusa. I forgot I own this. I actually forgot I owned this. Yet I changed the wheels on this when the last update came out, which makes perfect sense. This is just like a bigger, badder version of the Zentorno, but I think the Zentorno is actually a little bit quicker. Only by just, but that's right. I got a yellow pearlescent on this. It's the exact same wine red as that, but I got a yellow pearlescent over it. I'm pretty sure. It's either yellow or it's lime green, or it just could be the light. I don't know. So that's the Zaruso. Next is my favourite muscle car in the whole game, the Vapid. I hate getting sick. The Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire, which is literally just based off. It's basically half and half of a Hellcat and a Demon. I've just called it a Hellcat just because the way it sounds, the way it drives, it just looks like a Hellcat. Went with the two-tone livery on it. Put the Rambo at the front just because. Why not? I could. And just put the big ass engine scoop on it just because it makes it look more aggressive. This is also my crew colour. Again, like I said, my crew colour just suits every vehicle that I have. It's actually really strange how well it suits vehicles. This was red at one stage, and then I ask people on Twitter what you think, red or blue, and everybody chose blue. So yeah, I made it blue. So that is the Gauntlet Hellfire. Next is the Krieger. I haven't driven this in so long. Last time I drove this was to change wheels. This is actually such a nice looking car. It handles well. It's decently quick. It's just a lovely car to own. I think I went with the matte black with the ultra blue pearlescent on it too. So a bit of change. Went with the Germany looking livery on it just because why not? It's based off a Mercedes-Benz, so I thought stuff it. Mercedes-Benz is German, so I might as well go with the German livery on it. Love it how it goes on the spoiler too. Not all liveries go on the spoiler. So that is my Casino Penthouse Garage. I'm going to drive this because why not? Here comes those favourite doors. I love these doors in these cars so much. Yeah, see what I mean? How they just roll out. This is the only car that does that, and I love it. It's actually very unique to the car. Next garage will be my clubhouse. So I'm going to head all the way out and then come all the way back because I have to go all the way down towards the bottom of the map for most of my garages. I think it's the next street. Too bad I can't clip that. So yeah, the next one is just my bike garage, my clubhouse, just because if you're gonna own a clubhouse, you might as well fill it with bikes. Just look at that colour though. I think actually no, it's still one red, but I think it's either a sandy brown or a bronze. Now that I'm looking at it, it's definitely not stone silver. But I love my one red. I love mixing colours with one red. They just a lot of colours just suit. So we'll jump in here. Have to change my outfit again, just because I'm going to be riding a bike to the next location. So change outfit first. Alright, so we've got street bikes on one side and we've got choppers on the other because I thought it just looks cool. So first things first, we've got the Lcc Sanctus. I love the Lcc Sanctus. I was going to make it all chrome, but I ended up making it matte black with the red rims and the red livery, and it just stuck. I've also got the original red lights on it, but it just looks mean. It's one of the best. For me, it's one of my favorite and one of my best bikes that I own. I don't do time trials with it because it just slides. Next, you've got the Avaris, which is literally the exact same bike as the Sanctus. It's just missing all the rib cage and all that. So, little known fact. But it's literally the Sanctus just without the skeleton look. I went with just the black with the ghost flames because why not? You will notice a lot of my vehicles and a lot of my bikes are black, or they're black and blue, or just blue, just because I like dark colours. Next, you've got the Hexa, which is technically my favourite bike in the game, but it's actually not. So I don't know why that is. But the colour of this is wine red with the bright purple pearlescent. It gives it like that plum look. I do have a lot of vehicles with this colour, and it just suits everything, just like my crew colour. So yeah, that's the Hexa. Next, you've got the Zombie Chopper. Just went with, I think it's black. Yeah, black with the blue tribal, I think it is. It's nothing too fancy. Don't really ride it much, but I'm pretty sure I got it for free, so I'm not complaining. You got the Bobber next, the Western Zombie Bobber. I think I literally just bought this and I haven't changed it. Don't even think I've customized it. Yeah, and I haven't even customized this. I probably should at one point, but I love the green on it. I love the white walls. I think I changed the tyres? I can't remember. I've owned this probably for like over a year. I can't remember if I did anything with it. But yeah, so that is the zombie bobber. Next, you've got the PCJ 600. It's just matte black with the red pearlescent on it. I thought it looked decent. It's not a bad bike to race with, but there is other ones. There is better ones. So wow, I just realised that 675, but it's a 600. Oh, I think Rockstar stuffed up there. I really think Rockstar stuffed that up. Yeah, they definitely stuffed that up. Wow. How do you stuff that up? I've only just realised that. Okay, that makes no sense. Next, you've got the Akuma, which is actually one of the better bikes to race with. Like I said, I don't really ride a lot of these bikes much, but I went with the gloss black with the blue pearlescent, just because I thought it would have looked decent, and it does, so I've just kept it. But I've got a lot of carbon fibre on it. I went with the spiderweb wheels, just because the spiderweb wheels look good on every vehicle, every bike. Call it a vehicle, yeah, it's a bike. What the hell am I doing with my life? Yeah, that's the Akuma. Next is the... I already knew this, but I'm being tired. Joy's mixing. We got the 801. This is just a street version of it. I love the black and grey look. I try to base that off the movie Blade. At the end of it, he rides a black motorbike, and it basically just looks like that, but I put the grey through it. So I thought, why not? Probably should make it all matte black, but I want to break it up. So I went with the grey with it, and it just stuck, and it looks mean, it looks aggressive. I think it's got orange lights in it too, or red lights. It's one of the two. Can't remember. But next you got the Defiler, again with the wine red with the bright purple plum looking colour. It's just because it looks, like I said, it just looks nice on everything that it goes on. It was one of my very early colour creations that I made, and it's just I always test it on all vehicles, and some vehicles it works, some vehicles it doesn't. It's very hard to choose. But again with the spiderweb wheels, just because it looks nice. I hate it how it's only a single seater and the seat doesn't go back as far. But other than that, it's actually a really decent bike. Reasonably quick, handles well. It's good to ride in first person. So that's always a plus. Next, you've got the Akachu, one of the best bikes in the game, in my opinion. It's one of the best bikes in the game. It's also good for stunting. And welcome. Yeah, like I said, it's good for stunting. I have a friend that used to use it for stupid stunts, like going from roof to roof, or getting on top of roofs from the ground, or just jumping off a hedge or something. Me and him used to do stupid shit. And that was the main bike he brought out. I always bring out the Gargoyle because I thought the Gargoyle was a lot better. So I went with the black and blue because why not? So yeah, that's this garage. There's some decent vehicles in here. This hasn't changed. It's changed for like 2 years. Those two back bikes, the Akuma and the PCJ, I put them in this garage probably about 8 months ago. But all the other ones haven't changed at all. So we'll grab on the Sanctus because I love the Sanctus. Sanctus is, like I said, one of my favourite bikes. I think my next one is Tinsel Tower. So it's only a short ride, but this bike reminds me of Days Gone. The bike that you ride in Days Gone. Just because you can slide it around a corner. Suppose I didn't stack them. Right, put that away. So we've got Tinsel Tower next, then we got to cruise all the way over to my office garage. Fun! Can't do much about it though, but still fun. Ah, we've got all these vehicles in here. Right, so we'll start off at the bottom, work away from the right, back down to the left. So first things first, we've got the Koket topless. Well, it's just the Koket, but it's the topless version. It's just a matte grey with the red pearlescent with the matte black secondary. It's actually a really nice car to drive. Little fact: there's a corner up in the hills where I try and drift at least one car around. That's the only vehicle I've ever been able to do that drift with, apart from a garbage truck. That's up on my Twitter if anybody can find it. But there is one corner up in the hills where that's the only car I can drift down the whole. I can drift that whole corner without crashing, which is surprising because I have a lot of cars. Just went with this. I don't think I changed the interior too much. I don't even think I changed the color of it. I don't think you could. I can't remember. So that's the Koket. Next is the Tornado. Could have made this into a lowrider, but this is actually, I think it's classified as one of the rare ones because it's got a convertible top. So it's got a soft top roof on it, so you can put it down, put it up. It's actually, should probably get rid of the engine scoop on it, but oh well, sue me. I think this is just I think it's carbonate red with the bright purple, or garnet red with the bright purple. It's one of the two. But I went with like an old school paint color, and I just turned it like that, and it's just stuck. Love the look of it. Love the way it drives, even though it's slow. But I have that many vehicles that when I pull up to a vehicle car show, people text from people saying, wait, that car's still in the game? Or I forgot about that car. Probably why I don't sell my vehicles. Oh well. So next you got the Vapid Hustler. This is two different reds. This is the carbonate red and a wine red with the bright purple pearlescent over it with the purpley pink flames, because why not? I love the look of this vehicle, love the way it sounds. It's based off an old 32 Ford. Again, like I said before, I'm not a big fan of Fords, but I do like some Fords. Not all of them, but I do like a lot of the Fords. A lot of the older looking ones I like more than the modern day ones, but that's just me. So after that, next you've got the Sentinel Xs. I actually found this on the street, so this is one of those rare already custom vehicles you find on the street. All I did was just change the wheels, and then just turn it over. But other than that, I didn't really do much. There's also a green version that I want, so I'll probably end up finding that one day, and I'll put that in my last garage as a spare spot. So yeah, that's this. I think it's just blue with the hot pink pearlescent, or red pearlescent. It's one of the two. But when I first started playing the game, I spotted it and I went, oh, what's that? And then forgot about it probably for like 2 to 3 years. And eventually I seen it on the road and I went, yep, no, I need it. So that's how I got on. You got the Karunkaruma non-armored version. I love the look of this. Love the colour. Black wheel. I love my black wheels. So you can probably see that on all my vehicles. Everything has to have black wheels. Doesn't matter what colour the car is, just has to have black wheels. So yeah, that's the Karunkaruma. Next is the armoured one, which is accent colour. It's just, I've got red writing on the tyre. tires. This was lava red at one point, and that's why the tires are like that. This also has red lights on it. Most of my armored vehicles have got red lights on it, just because it makes it look more aggressive. Yeah, so that's the Caracara Armored. Next is the Vapid GTX. One with like a candy looking red. Or like candy red. It's just this is one of the cars that I spent, it was like 15-20 minutes on. That loud buzzing noises in my headset. My headset does play up, so if it's my headset, I'm sorry. I need to get a new headset. Could also be because it's a little bit too close to me as well. But yeah, one with like a candy red. It looked nice. But like I said, I spent like 15-20 minutes on it. Yeah, I thought it might be my mic. I might jump out of the party that I'm in. Well, there we go. It stopped. At least I know how to fix that. But yeah, like I said, I went with the candy red. But like I said, I also spent like 15-20 minutes just trying to get a color for it. So there's not many colors you can really get that mix, and managed to create that. Too bad it's not quicker, because it'll be very dominant when it comes to races. Next, you've got the old school OG Mustang or Dominator. This is just a matte black with the ultra blue pearlescent with the gold secondary. It's just something that I always did. Always did a gold secondary because it looked good. I think I just went with chrome wheels on it. They're just standard sport wheels, so there's nothing too fancy about them. But I just love the look of it. Love the way it sounds. Love the way it drives. But when I got the Hellfire, it just took over. This became non-existent to me. I know I have it, but it just became non-existent. So next we've got the Tamper. They're not the drift one. This is just the standard one. I just made it black with my crew color with just the black wheels. Made this look aggressive, but at the same time just a street light. So yeah, that's the Tamper. Not much too special about that. Do love the look of it though. Right, I try to make this off Gone in 6 seconds. I try to make Eleanor the best I can with the Vapid Ellie. I just couldn't get the wheels, and I love the engine scoop on it. But other than that, I try to make this as close as possible to the movie. I haven't changed the list. I'll do that. Yeah, I tried to make this as close as I could to the actual movie, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it, so I just customized it the way I wanted it. So, yeah. What vehicle do I want to drive? We'll just drive this. I haven't driven this in God knows how long. But again, like I said, this thing isn't too quick. It's not that great. I hate how you can't double clutch this. This is going to be so much better if you could double clutch it. But this is just heavy to drive. That's the reason why I don't like it too much. I like it just because it's a Dominator, but other than that, I'm just not a fan. So we'll head into Garage 1. It just loses power, and I hate that. I really do hate it. Alright, I'm actually doing good timing for this too. So I'm not going into much depth, which is what I wanted. Give me a second, guys. Gotta grab a drink. That's better. Alright, so first floor of my first office garage, we've got the LG Retro Custom, which I've turned into Paul Walker's R34 as best I can, even though this is based off an R32, but that's rockstar for you. We've got the RIP Paul on the back of it. A lot of my movies looking cars from Fast and Furious all have that livery on it. Not livery, that license plate on it. I'll try to make this as close as possible to the real life thing. This is just the normal silver with the 60-second or racer. Can't remember what it's called, but with that livery, like I said, try to make it as close to the real life thing as possible. So I reckon I did a really good job on that. Next we've got the normal LG, not the custom, just the normal LG. It made it midnight blue with the carbon fiber hood. So I try to make this almost like Fast and Furious 7. So got to change the plate on the back of it. Got to do that. But try to make this as close as I could to Paul Walker's one as well. I know he doesn't have the big spoiler on it, but the big spoiler looks nice on this. I don't care what anybody says, it actually looks really nice on this. So that's the LG. Next you've got the retro custom Comet. This is just a matte dark blue with the frost white pearlescent, I'm pretty sure. So nothing too special about this. Customize this basically almost to the max with the big wing on the back of it. I even had to put the angled exhaust tips on it. Don't know why, but I did. So that's that. We've got the normal, or should I say, we've got the original Comet. I tried to make this as close as I could to Paul Walker's as well, so I won't end up changing this, not on stream but off stream, because he's had chrome mags and didn't have the big spoiler on the back of it, but his is roughly the exact same colour as that. That's also my crew colour as well. So yeah. Next we've got the Sultan Rs with the plum wine red bright purple pearlescent. I just love this car. It's got this it looks nice. I've made it like a street looking car. So from there you got the standard Sultan. Oh, this has got my crew emblem on it. I forgot I had the crew emblem on this. But yeah, this is just the standard Sultan, the standard 4-door Sultan, which is actually the first car I ever stole off the street when I jumped onto online. So it's the exact same colour as my Sultan RS, just because I loved the colour of it. These were my first two vehicles. Sorry if I was a bit loud there, guys, but these were my first two vehicles that I experimented with the colour, and then it just gradually got worse from that, and a lot of my vehicles are these colours. So that's this floor. We'll head up to the second floor, which is basically my supercar floor, and by that I mean it's literally just supercars. They're all supercars. So we've got the Reaper, the Bugasi Reaper. I love this. I actually won this one off the podium vehicle. I already had it, but I sold it, got some money back, and then all the money that I sold it for basically went back to customize it. I've got the crew color on the engine. I've got the license plate as Death because it's a Reaper, so it just made sense. It's basically just, it's like I made this, so I try to make this like look as stealthy as possible, even though it's noisy as hell when you drive it. So that's that. Next you've got the Entity XXR. I love how low this car is compared to other supercars. It's so low. Didn't even change the wheels on this though. So with this, I just went with the matte dark blue with the dew yellow pearlescent. This is when I was experimenting more with colours. Got my crew emblem on the side, which I'll probably end up getting rid of. But it's not a bad vehicle. It's not going to win you many races, but it's not a bad vehicle, in my opinion. So next we've got the Tempesta. I love the Tempesta so much. Try to make this look as normal street as possible. I think I did a decent job, so I didn't go all out with the body kit. Try to make this look more realistic. Unlike most of the cars where I just go all out just because I can. The only thing I will do with this car later stage is change the wheels. But I went with the standard like Lamborghini looking wheels. Try to make this, like I said, base this off real life as best I can. Could have done it horribly wrong, but I reckon I've done well. It's just the standard silver with the ice white pearlescent over it. Next you got the Turismo R. I actually was doing an import-export. I had to steal a Turismo R, and that was the colour that it was. I took a screenshot of it from above just so I get the colours, and I ended up creating it. So apart from the wheels, I changed the colour of the wheels, but the actual paint colour and all that, it's actually from an import-export mission. And I just managed to create the exact same car, exact same colour and everything. It's just, I thought the colour looked nice on it, and I thought, stuff it, I might as well buy the car and then create it. So I did. That's how it turned out, and that's how it stayed since I bought it and created it. Next, you've got the Zentorno, which was my first demon-looking car. You could say I just went with the wine red, and that's my old, like my first crew color. I haven't changed it because if I change it, I can't get it back. But I went with the Demon 666 on the back because a lot of my friends on GTA call me a demon, basically because of the way I look. I look like I'm always possessed. But that's a story for another time. But yeah, I went with the wine red with the standard bright red crew color. It's also got red lights, red neons. It's just, I made it look as demonic as possible, and that's how it came out, and I fell in love with it, and I haven't changed it since. So yeah, next you got the T20, just the matte black with my crew color as the secondary. It was gold for the secondary, but when that was my first car that I put my crew color on, and it just blended nicely, and I went, yep, no, I have to keep it. I will change the crew emblem on it. Some vehicles will have it, some vehicles won't. A lot of my vehicles don't actually have the crew emblem on it, just because the way I designed it. It only really works with certain clothing as well. But so that's the T20. Next is the Atelier Gtb Custom. I seriously thought I owned this. But I went with the standard matte black with a hot pink pearlescent, I think it was, or a salmon pink pearlescent. I can't remember what. I know I went with pink. I'm pretty sure I went with hot pink, and it turned out like that, and I just thought, yeah, no, that has to stay. Out of all my Benny's cars, this is one of my favourite to customize, personally. It just looks mean, it looks aggressive, it drives really nicely. And like I told my friends, when they bring in the Wagner or whatever, sure the Wagner's faster, but I always tell them it's not the car, it's the driver. And at least 7 out of 10 times I beat them using that when they're in the Wagner or the Thrax or the T20 or the Zentorno or the Reaper or whatever the car in. 7 out of 10 times I will beat them using this car, and it pisses them off. But I love it. I love annoying my friends with that. So That's the second floor. We head up to the third floor, and then we'll have to head back down and go to the next garage. So you got the Obey 9F. This is the standard version. Try to make this one look like a demonic one too, which is why the license plate says that. But didn't really turn out as good as the Zentorno. But I've kept it just because I love the red on it. The red actually looks really nice. But I love the Obey 9F. I've got two of them. I've got both versions of it just because why not. Next you got the Buffalo S. Yeah, the Buffalo S. If I get rid of the red writing on this, on the tires, it basically just looks like a gangster car. And that's literally why I made it. My crew before I made the one I'm in now was the money grinding mafia crew, and I literally built this car, customized it and all that just for that crew, but never really drove it too much. But I ended up keeping it because it just looked aggressive and mean. It's also got red headlights in it just to make it a little bit more aggressive, but it just looked nice. It looks nice like that. I may put a peloton over it, but I probably won't. The black of it just looks nice. So yeah, next you got the Silvestra. Yeah, I can't remember why I bought this. I didn't need to change the wheels on this. I want to put the deep dish wheels on this, but it's not a bad car to drive. It's decently quick. It's reasonably well to handle. You can do some nice little drifts with it, but that's coming from me. A lot of people don't like it too much. I went with the twin turbo hood, just so the turbos pop out because I like the look of it. I think I went with the garnet red with the ultra blue pearlescent. Yeah, DJ, your crew got a shout out. I may not be in it, but I do respect your crew. And that car was made when I joined your crew. Just didn't have red writing. It was all black. The whole thing was just straight black. It looked nice. So yeah, that's the Silvestra. Right, I tried to make this as close to the Fast and Furious 6. The Ford Focus that Paul Walker drove. I recently created this on my last live stream on GDA. I do need to change the colour of the wheels. The wheels aren't that. The wheels are more gold. But I made this as close. The colour is completely off, but the RIP Paul's in the back. But I made this as close as possible to the movie. I reckon I did a decent job. I made that quickly as well, so wasn't much I can really do about it. Next we've got the Ocelot Pariah. I love this car for drag racing. I've got two of them as well. So I've got this one which has the bulletproof tyres and all that. I've got the other one which doesn't have bulletproof tyres on it. I use the other one when I'm trolling people. So a lot of people do speed glitches, so I bring the other Pariah out, shoot the front tyres and do the speed glitch, and it pisses them off. But this car is so mean to drive. I love the sound of it, love the look of it, and I love the fact that Rockstar fixed the spoiler. Because when the last update came out, the Pariah didn't have a spoiler, and it lost traction. And this type of car needs traction. The colour of this is carbonate red with the bright purple pearlescent, and that's literally how it came out, and I fell in love with it. Again with the black wheels, because I had to have black wheels on everything. So yeah, that's my Ocelot Pariah. Well, one of them. Next, you've got the Grotty Cheetah Classic. I try to make this look Vice City style as best I can. I don't think it's not Vice City style. It's based the wheels, but I went with the silver. Yeah, we went with the silver primary matte black, or no, gloss black secondary with a bronze pearlescent. I tried to make this look as close to Vice City standard as I could, because Vice City was one of my favorite Rockstar GTA games. San Andreas will always be my favorite, no questions asked. I love San Andreas too much, but Vice City is a very, very close second. But that's because I grew up in the '90s, and my brother used to play Vice City, so that's probably why I like it so much. So that's the Gtb Classic. Next is the Vapid Rapid GT Classic. When this thing came out, me and my friend bought it at the exact same time, and literally, we didn't even tell each other how we're going to customize it or how have it looking. We both customized it in our own office garage, exact same spot, so he has the exact same office as me, and we finished at the exact same time, and when we drove out, they were literally identical. The only difference is mine is midnight blue, and his was like a dark green with like a red pearlescent or something like that. He spent like ages doing the paint, but livery, the exhaust, the wheels, everything on mine is on his. He made it identical. It looks awesome, but he's like, "Why didn't you make it the exact same color as me?" And I'm like, "I didn't know what color you're making it. I just like the midnight. I love my midnight blue." I was going through a midnight blue phase, so a lot of my vehicles went midnight blue. But literally, me and him made the identical vehicle. It's just different color. Even the exact same wheels and everything. It was crazy. It was literally just crazy. But yeah, so that's one office garage. We'll head all the way back downstairs, go to the second one, which has more newer vehicles. These ones are more like older class vehicles next to a more modern vehicles. I need to grab another drink. At least I bought a drink today. And now it's not alcohol. So yeah, this is my second office garage. So we'll start off with the Similoy Frontier. I tried to make. I think this was the one that you could turn into almost like Jurassic Park. Or if not, it's one floor up. No, this one was, but I couldn't really do it very well, so I just customized it. I made it like a grey. Made it like a grey camo, just because why not? I love the look of it. Love the way it drives, even though it's slow for an off-road vehicle. It's just, I love the look of it. It's based off an old school Jeep. My brother used to own a Jeep as well. Yeah, it's based off an old school Jeep, and it just reminded me of my brother. So I'll probably end up creating his Jeep in the game, but I don't know yet. So next we've got the Penumbra Ff, or one of them at least. Try to make this one as close as possible to the second Fast and Furious, which is Too Fast, Too Furious. I know the color's off, but it was the closest I could do with the color, because I didn't want to spend too much time on the color, but try to make this as close as possible to the movie. I reckon I did a really good job with it. I love the livery on this, love the color of it. Don't really drive it too much. I should probably drive it more. Oh well. Next is the exact same vehicle, but this I've literally tried to I've got a die-cast version of Paul Walker's Eclipse, and I tried to make it literally identical to his vehicle. Again with the RIP Paul on the back, but I drive this. When I want to just cruise around the map, I drive this. It's decently quick, but I love driving. I love cruising around in this car. It's just, I end up getting people following me. I don't know why, but they do. But I try to make this, like I said, as close to the movie version as I could, and I reckon I did a good job. His color was easy. It's just lime green. So yeah, that's that one. Next is the BF Club, which is just basically an old school Volkswagen. Some of these vehicles I did do on a older stream when they first came out, and so if a lot of these look familiar, that's why. But yeah, it's such a fun little car to own, especially when you're driving it and someone pulls, like you're driving down the street or whatever, and then someone pulls up in a Insurgent. It's funny watching them watching their reaction, because they drive past you and then they turn around, they just pull up to you and just stop. It's like, what do you expect? It's such a small car, but it's so fun to drive, despite it being a front wheel drive. But yeah, this is carbonate red or garnet red with I think it's like a sea blue pearlescent. It's like a whitish blue pearlescent. It's just, oh, they look cool, so I just kept it. Next we've got the BR8. Where are the other ones? Okay, never mind. So next we got the BR8. I won this one off the podium vehicle as well. I was too special about this, but it's not a bad car. I just don't like that I don't like the length of it compared to the other ones. Other F1 looking vehicles, I don't like the length. I do not like the length of this one, but it drives really well. But then again, all open wheel vehicles do. So yeah, that's the BRF. Next is the Koket D10, which is based off the Corvette C8. It's ironic that the C8 came out and then this came out like a month later or something, but I try to make this look like a race version, sport version type thing. So I think we went with the stone blue with no other pearlescent, just the standard stone blue. Went with the wineish red interior. I went with a wine red interior inside this. Wow, I did not know that. So yeah, nothing too special about this. It's actually, it's not a bad vehicle. It's got that weird handling flag. If you hit a bump or hit a road that has too many bumps on it, the back of it will kick out and you could possibly lose control. But like I said, you can't do much about it. So that's this one. Head up to the next floor. Oh shit, I forgot I had all of these. So we've got the Frankenstange, or Stange, however you want to say it. I say Frankenstange. This is just the carbonate red with the bright purple pearlescent with the purple interior, because it all suited. One with the, I think they're just like a darkish red. What do you call it? Darkish red. I think it's like the sunset red for the wheels. It blended it all together. It came out really nicely looking. So I've just kept it. Next we've got the Ocelot Xa21 with the carbonate red with the bright purple pearlescent. I was going through the garnet red color. Yeah, all good, DJ. You have an awesome day at work. Probably I can't remember how many garages I've gone through, but I've got so many more garages to go through, so it's a little bit long stream. But have a good day at work, and I'll see you next stream. Mum, what do you want? Alright, so yeah, that's my Ocelot Xa21. Sorry for that, guys. Mum's trying to organise something for me. Well, technically she's organising a new bed for me. Mine's kind of broken. So next we've got the Tygon, the Lampadati Tygon. I won this off the wheel as well. Well, a lot of these I won off the wheel, but I bought this, I didn't like it, sold it, and then it came out on the wheel probably about, it was like 3 weeks later. And I must stuff it, I might as well win it. And then I won it, and I customized it, and I turned it into that. And I literally fell in love with it after that. It's just a matte black with the, like a hot pink pearlescent or something like that. It came out like that, and I loved it. I fell in love with it basically. So that's the Tygon. Next is the Crawler. Brawler. Coil Brawler, I call it a crawler. But this is just the matte grey with the hot pink pearlescent with the all-terrain. I think they're the new all-terrain off-road tires, off-road wheels. But I didn't go all out with customizations for this. I tried to make this look more street-like than anything. I reckon I did a really good job. So yeah, next is the DR1 crew color as well, and went with the blue wheels. This, out of all my F1 cars, I'm not a fan of this one. Not really a fan of it. It's just not as quick as the others. It drives well. It grips the road like all the others, but it's just not as quick. But like I said, not all. It doesn't come down to the vehicle. It comes down to the driver. And since a lot of my friends drive these in third person, I only ever drive these in first, just so I can see the road a little bit better. And it makes you feel like you're behind the wheel. So that's the DR1. Next is the Feltzer. There's not really much you can really do with this. This already comes with the wide body kit. I just put all the extra stuff on it and put the big spoiler on it, which actually looks really nice on this car. Put the deep dish wheels on it, and I went with a grey with a bronze, or a, yeah, I think I went with bronze pearlescent, and it just came out like that, and I just literally fell in love with it. It's got the crew emblem on the hood, and it sat nicely there, and it just stayed. So yeah, that's my Feltzer. Next is the Yosemite Rancher. I actually built this on a different stream, so I just made it look like a Benny's. It's a Benny's car now. So I went with the Benny's livery on it. Put basically like looking brand new on the wheels and tires and all that. Yeah, it's missing the the passenger window. It comes like that. Don't know why, but it does. But yeah, I went with the terrained. I don't know, they're the stock wheels. Yeah, I kept the stock wheels on this. Wow. So yeah, I think I went with the dark. I just went with dark blue with it. I didn't want to go all out with this one, but yeah, that's how that one turned out. We'll head up the stairs to the next floor, and then we'll go to the next garage. Oh, that's right. It's this garage. So we've got the GB200. I tried to make this just look normal, but I went out there with the I went all the way out there with it, but I made it look really nice. So I didn't go too over the top with the customizations on it. But I think it's a black steel with an orange pearlescent. It was something new that I wanted to try, and it's the only car that has this color on it, because it's a two-tone, so it just worked. Went with the deep dish wheels. There's not much I can really say about this, but I was going to try and make this look like Ken Block's one, but it didn't really work out, so I built that, and for grip wise and race wise, it's actually really good. You're not going to slide out as much, but most people like to drift, and most people just like to race. So it depends on who you are. Next is the Peyote Custom. I won this off the wheel, and I just literally never customized it. Not a big fan of lowriders. This is my third lowrider, but I'm just not a big fan of him. So, didn't do anything with this. This is just literally straight off the podium when I won it. So, yeah. Next, you got the Grotty Vision. I own this, sold it, and then I waited for it to go on sale, which took like 3 years. And the moment on sale, I bought it. Yeah, so I went with the black steel with the white pearlescent. Didn't want to go too over the top with it, but I made it look reasonably decent. For what it is, it's actually a really nice car. So, yeah. Next is the BF Weevil. This isn't the one you get for helping English Dan. I bought this one when it first came out, and just I went over the top with it, and then I ended up changing it. If not, this one is the one you get from English Dan. I'm not 100% sure. I've got 2 of them. I can't remember what the other one is. The other one's above me, then this is the first one. But yeah, this is the carbonate red with the bright purple pearlescent. Because like I said, I was going through a carbonate red bright purple pearlescent phase, and it's just, like I said, it's just a lot of the colours that I make just suit. So yeah, that's the BF Weevil. Next, you've got the Osiris. I've got 2 of these now. This was the first one I won off the podium. Then the one above, there's one above it. So I literally just copied the colour of that one over there. But yeah, Osiris is actually this is in the top 10 or top 5 for supercars. It's reasonably quick, handles well, and you can do some crazy stunt races with it. So yeah. Next, you've got the Jester Classic. I try to make this look like an actual race car as best I can. So, well, with the 0 livery with the silver. So I could have had the green writing for the Chappelle, or I went with the red Fukaru writing. But there was 2 different writings I could have gone with, and I just picked the Fukaru one because I liked it. But yeah, it's just a silver with the zero gas livery on it. It came out like that, and I liked it. And yeah. Next, you've got the Autage. Won this off the podium vehicle, off the podium, and I did own it one stage, but I sold it because I didn't like it too much, and then I won off the podium vehicle and thought, stuff it, free vehicle. So this just sits in my garage and collects dust. But yeah, as you can see, it's literally the exact same color. I like the color. That's the color that it came with when you won it. I liked it that much that I had to create it, and I did. I think the difference is that's got like a bluey to it, like a blue pearlescent to it, and this one just doesn't. So yeah, that's this garage. Oh, no, it's not. I got what? Is it? Yeah. What was I thinking? So the other Weevil must be sitting inside the next garage. Garage 3. Sorry I've got so many garages, guys, but I'm doing a full garage tour. So I'm trying not to go into too much depth with my cars, but a lot of my custom colours that I've done, I will tell you what they are, just in case you want to use them. But other than that, I don't go into too much depth. That's just me. So in my third office garage, we've got the Brioso. This was free for a certain amount of time, and I bought it when it was free, just because I could. I didn't go too crazy with it. Try to make it look reasonably good. So I created that. Not a big fan of the car, but I created that, which I was quite happy with. Next, we've got the Atelier Rsx with the, oh no, that's carbonate red. The other ones must be garnet red. There's 3 different reds I use for the bright purple, and this is, I think it's carbonate red, garnet red, and wine red. They're the only three I use with the bright purple. But yeah, I went with carbonate red with the bright purple on this one, and it came out like that. So I think the ones that are lighter than this, I think they're the garnet red. So yeah, I love this car. It's reasonably quick. This actually outruns the Pariah. I've got a video up on my YouTube of me and my friend. He's in a Pariah. He's in the Pariah. I'm in this. We had a drag race along the airstrip at the airport, and the Atelier Rsx won. And then we did two races on the highway because there's the bumps and all that, and that won both. And I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, one's not fully modified." I know for a fact that it is because my friend uses my other account, and whenever he buys a car, I customize it. So I do all the tuning. He just does all the visual customizations. I do all the engine upgrades and all that because he doesn't always do that. So they are both fully upgraded, and this thing just outruns it. For I don't know why, but other than that, longer distance, the Pariah will catch it. I think. I do have a race that I wanted to try, but it's like a 10-15 minute race. But I'll probably do that at one point. So that's the Atelier Rsx. We go to the Veto Modern, the Dinka Veto Modern, which is one of the go-karts. I went with the anime livery just because I thought it would be funny to do, so I went with that. That blue's my crew blue again, but I think it's the crew blue with the pink palace. Or if not, it's just crew blue. I can't remember what I did with that one. So that's the Veto Modern. Next is the Veto Classic, which literally just I went with the exact same color as that. No. I think this one's the garnet red. I think, not 100% sure, but this is actually lighter than that one. I think. No, it could be the same color. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't want to go too crazy with this one, and I just created that. I put the flames on it because I love my flames, but yeah, that's what I created. Next, we've got the Toreador. Probably pronounced that wrong, but we've got the Toreador. This thing is so good against griefers. I was in a session the other day. This dude was driving a Insurgent Pickup Custom, just annoying everybody. I brought that out, destroyed his Insurgent Pickup Custom, and then literally straight after that, he brought out his Night Shark to go for me again, and I destroyed his Night Shark. So this thing has unlimited rockets in it, I'm pretty sure. If not, it has like 70 something rockets in it. I haven't fully tested it, but I will probably one day. But I have people who told me it's got infinite rockets. Takes 3 rockets to destroy it, which is actually really handy when you got the oppressor griefers. This thing's like the fully loaded ruiner. It's just that it's not indestructible. If this thing was indestructible, holy shit, this thing would be nerfed instantly. But yeah, this thing is fun to use. It's got the boost, it's got the infinite rockets and all that. But other than that, it's actually really fun to drive. That's also my crew color on this. So yeah, that's the Toreador. Next, you've got the Winky. I don't know why I've still got this. I don't know why it looks. I can't remember why it looks like this, but I liked it, and yeah. So I think this is just the matte grey with the urban, maybe desert livery on it. Can't remember, but yeah. So that's how. This is also 3-seater. I think this is the only 3-seater vehicle in the game. Could be wrong. Don't have it got me if I'm wrong, but I could be wrong. So yeah, that's this floor. So we'll head back. We'll head up to the next floor. Oh. Anyway, how is everybody today? All right. Next floor, we've got the FMJ. Not gonna lie, I would normally put the big spoiler on this, but I didn't want to do that, so I just made it look street-like. So I went with the racing green or bright green with the ultra blue pearlescent. It's got my crew livery on, crew neon underneath it. It's also got the brake calipers, also my crew color, just because I love my crew color that much. So hate me all you like, but yeah, that's the F and J. Nothing too special about it. Next you got the Tyrant. Oh, this is the other car, the GB200, also has this color on it. So this is the black steel grey with the orange pearlescent. This is what it looks like without a livery on a car. It looks nice. That's also my crew color on the springs too. So again, sue me. Don't really drive this car very often, but I won this off the podium. I have wanted this car for a while, but it's not that great. It's quick, but it takes a while to get to top speed. But other than that, it's not too bad. So that's the Tyrant. Next is the Virus, or Virus, or however you pronounce it. Crew color on the suspension kit, or the wheel bar or whatever. Exact same livery as my facilities. All those have the exact same livery. But this is a grey with a Torino red pearlescent. Went with something a little bit different, and it came out like that. So I've put all the duffel bags. I literally customized this to the max. As cool looking as I could, but I customized it to the max. I might put those wheels on my Caracara. I like those wheels. I really do. So yeah, that's the Verus. Next is the Squatty. They need to make another Mammoth, but they need to make it like, so it's like, it's about as long as this. It's 4-door, but then it scopes down at the back, so like an actual proper military Humvee. That would be so much better. But again, with the exact same livery as the facility, I put the duffel bags there just because I thought, why not? I'm not going to be driving this too many times in first person, but it's fun watching people get in first person and they go, wait, you can't see out of the window. But yeah, this actually slides decently. You can also drive this through the canals. Yeah, the Vespucci canals. This actually, you have to come up every now. You have to go up on the sides every now and again. But this thing actually survives the slight deepness in the canals. Like I said, you just have to come out every now and again just so the car doesn't fully die. But I drove this through the whole canals at one point just for the fun of it, and I had people driving past me, and I'll drive underneath the bridge, and then yeah, that was funny listen to their reactions. So yeah. Next, you've got the Slam Truck. It's probably not one of the best. It's a decent vehicle. I love the sound of it. Plays the only reason why I love it. I'm going with the ice white with the carbonate red with the ultra blue pearlescent. So I went with something different other than the bright purple. But yeah, it came out like that. It's not that good for towing. But if you can get if you can get like 2 or 3 friends sitting on the back with miniguns, ooh, that's just as fun. It's not very quick though, but you have 3 people in the back with miniguns just destroying everything as you drive past. So it does have its benefits. Next, you've got the Manchez Scout. I do want to buy the normal Manchez at one point, but I'm unsure when. So I went with the normal like desert-looking vehicle on it. Just because why not? This is number 3, right? Yeah. Went with a desert-looking vehicle because I thought why not, and I love the look of it. So I decked it out, literally like a military-style bike, and came out like that. So I was quite happy. This one was the first vehicle I bought. The one before this was English Dave's. I just couldn't remember which way I had it. So I made this one looks like it's straight out of Mad Max, which is why it says Mad Max on the license plate. But yeah, I made this look straight out of Mad Max, made it look rusty. got rid of the guards because I thought, why not? But yeah, so that's the BF Weevil again. You would think they would have made each floor like the bottom one, how you can just run all the way around it instead of running back the opposite way. So we'll head up to the next floor and then we'll head to the next garage. Where is the next garage that I'm heading to anyway? We'll head down here, then here, then here, here. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Alright. So we've got the Bugasi Spectre Custom. I went with a black steel with the blue pearlescent. Didn't want to go too over the top with this, which I already did, but I'm trying to make this look street-like but aggressive. I did a really good job. That's also my crew color for the brake calipers as well. Just because, why not? So that's the Bugasi Spectre. Next you've got the Bugasi Vaca. I think I went with the carbonate or garnet red with the bronze or tan pearlescent. I just made this look really nice. This is actually the exact same color as my LG over there, but I'll get to that. We'll get to that later. So you got that. Next you got the Tropos Rally. The Tropos Rally. Won this on the podium vehicle, and no, I bought this because it was free. I don't think it's been podium vehicle yet. I know it's a podium vehicle, but I don't think it's been out yet. But yeah, I made this look like this, and I love it. I've wanted to buy it for ages, but I love it. It's really nice to own, really nice to drive. Went with the two-tone look, so I went with like the I can't remember what red it is. I think that's the carbonate red. This is the garnet red. I cannot remember. But I went with like an orangey tan. I think I went with an orange pearlescent custom. I made like my own. What do you call it? Lava red. And it just came out like that, and I just fell in love. So there's that. This is my second Osiris, which is literally just almost the exact same color. This one's a little bit brighter though. Yeah, no, this one's a little bit brighter than this one. This one's a little bit more faded. This one's more like lava red, but this isn't lava red. So this is the second Osiris that I won off the podium vehicle. And like I said before, the Osiris is one of the best. It's one of the best supercars. So yeah, that's that. Next you got the one out of the two Night Sharks. Itchy ear. With the carbonate red. I'm going to say carbonate red, but I'm probably going to be wrong. With the ultra blue pearlescent or just standard blue pearlescent. Night Shark is one of the best. Is one of the top best against Mark II griefers, Toreador griefers. Yeah, you're in for a fun time basically, because the amount like this thing takes like 27 rockets and everything. And when people laugh about it because you're shooting them with rockets, the Toreador, and then eventually they blow up and they get really salty. But so yeah, that's one Night Shark. So now we get to my LG Retro Custom. This is actually the one that I cruised around the map in. So I've got all these other LG Retro Customs, but this is the only one I cruised around the map in because I made this look almost realistic as best I can. So I didn't go all out with the body kit, didn't go all out with the wheels like I did, but didn't go with the riding and all that. I made this look like a standard Skyline, you could say, as best I could. And that's what it came out as. So yeah, but yeah, everything on this is literally stock, apart from the spoiler, the exhaust, the wheels, the hood, and the interior. But other than that, this thing just looks stock all around. I love the look of it. So next we got the I'm not pronouncing that because I'm going to botch it, so I'm not even going to try. But next we got this car. I went with the black steel with the red pearlescent with the black wheels on it. It came out like that, and I loved it. Alright, we'll head down to the next garage, which is down here. We'll go from here to here, then we'll go through these three, then we'll go here, 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 and from here we'll head to these three, and we'll end off here. Sorry about all the garages, guys, but a lot of people don't really believe me that I struggle to choose vehicles. I'm going to quickly do something. Just in case it was ringing or vibrating or whatever. So we'll head down to the next garage, and I think we're about halfway through. Give me a second, guys. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, we've only done 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Alright. We're not halfway through. Not halfway through at all. We are 4 garages away from being halfway though, but we're not halfway. But yeah, the good thing about me doing the garage tours, is that I end up realising the vehicles that I have. I know when I go through and I go to buy vehicles, I know exactly which ones I have, just from memory, but I forget what they look like. And you can tell I'm not drunk in this stream because I haven't really crashed. I hit a few things, but my last GDO stream when I was going on a small spinning spree, I was actually drinking. And I was literally crashing into everything. It was funny, but at the same time it was very annoying. Alright, we'll head into here, and we'll head to the next one after this. I would do a 2-parter on this, but I'm really enjoying going through my garages. So I'm probably going to end up doing all this in one hit. So we'll start it from the right, go up, and come back down. So first things first, we've got the Vapid Bullet. Just made this silver with the black stripe, black wheels. They need to make another bullet. They should make a Bullet GT. Make it look like a so you can make it look like a race version. That's just me. Again, first person. So that's the Vapid Bullet. Next we've got the Karen Intruder. So we've got the, I think it's just matte light grey with like a orange pearlescent, I think. I didn't even know why I even got this. I think I stole this off the street, or I just bought it for the sake of buying it, because why not? So there's nothing too special about this. That's the Karen Intruder. Next you've got the Faction. Try to make this look like it's straight out of Fast and Furious. So I just made this straight matte black windows, black wheels. Try to make this look like the one off Fast and Furious 4 at the start of it, with Dom and Lydia doing the truck heist. Just try to make it based off that, and that's what it came out as. And I just kept it. So next we got the Blazer. I haven't done anything to this. I literally stole this from the beach and drove it here, and I forgot that I had a free spot, and I just parked it in here, and I haven't bothered to customize it. So I probably will at one point, but at the moment, no. Next we've got the Buccaneer. This is the crew Buccaneer from the Vargos. Seen this sitting there, and I just stole it, and I think I made it a little bit darker. I think I made the black darker, I can't remember, but I changed the colour of the wheels and put the engine scoop on it, and then my crew emblem, which looks like a blob, which is why a lot of my vehicles won't have it. But yeah, that's the Buccaneer, or should I say the Vargo's Buccaneer, because why not? Got the Banshee 900R. Didn't want to go too over the top with this when I started creating it. I was going to turn this to a convertible, but I love the look of it with the roof. But yeah, I just went with the matte black with the matte orange stripe on it. Try to make it look reasonably realistic, but at the same time make it look over the top. So I made it look subtle but aggressive in a way, which isn't too bad. I'm not complaining with it. Next, you've got the Sentinel. This is the one where you can lower the roof. Kept the convertible look, 'cause I love my convertibles. This is a matte black with it's just a standard yellow pearlescent. I thought it looked decent. It's got I think the secondary colour is a lava red. I think. Could be wrong. But, so yeah, that's the Sentinel. Convertible, I should say. Next is the Sentinel Classic. I just went with the map. I went with the black gloss with the the blue highlights to it, basically, and it came out like that, and just kept it. Might make the blue my crew blue at one point, but at this point, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. My crew emblem on the hood, which actually looks reasonably decent. I wish I just could have got rid of the greyness around the outside and just had the actual logo, but I can't do a lot of editing like that, so I've left it. Next we've got the Koket Classic, which is just based off a 63 Corvette. This is one of my favourite classic cars, because of the way it looks, the way it sounds, the way it drives. This thing's just, it's so nice. So I just went with the straight matte black with the flame livery, black wheels, just because everything has to be black on it, and it looked aggressive, so I've kept it. Next is the Saber Turbo. I found this sitting at a LS Customs, and I took it. It was actually red and blue, but I didn't like it, so I made it matte black with the bright purple pearlescent with the dark matte red, and the wheels are a stone silver, I think, but it looked really nice the way I did it. I could have turned this to a Benny's lowrider, but I love it looking like this. I think I can put a spoiler on the back of it, but at the moment it stays like that. It just looks nice. So we'll grab the Koket Classic, head to the next garage. I'm trying to fly through these as fast as I can. So I don't want my phone to start playing up, which it won't. Ah, the lights were red on this at one point. This thing just wheel spins for days. But you can double clutch it, which is what I really enjoy doing. I love double clutching my vehicles. That's my first real crash. Alright. Put the car away, head inside. Oh shit, it's this garage. Alright, so first things first, we've got the normal standard Buffalo. This isn't the S, this is just the normal one. Didn't go all over the top with this one. This is like a, what is it, like a graphite black. I think it is. It's not like the other one where the other one's just straight black. I tried to make this one look different, and it came out like that. I think that's got red lights in it too, not 100% sure. Next we've got the Huntley S. This is the garnet red, or carbonate red. It's one of the reds with just a Torino red over top. I love the look of it, and for an SUV, it actually drives reasonably well. It's got a nice sounding. There's a nice sound to it. I think this is based off a Bentley as well. Could be wrong. I know that I am. I always am. But yeah, so that's this. Next is the Drift Tamper. You've probably seen a few videos of this on Twitter. This is one of the best vehicles to do donuts with because all four wheels spin. So all you have to do is get the right angle when you turn the vehicle, tap the handbrake a few times to just get the spin, and then you can sit there in one spot and just do a donut. It's one of the best vehicles to do a donut with. So basically the color of this is a matte light grey with a matte dark grey secondary with an ultra blue pearlescent over it. I didn't want to go too over the top with it, but it was all black with a lime green pearlescent over it, and I just didn't like it, so I stuffed around and mixed the colours around and came out like this. I was quite happy with it. So that is the Drift Tamper. Next is the original Penumbra. This is got a surf blue pearlescent over it with a matte light grey, so it's exact same grey as this. It's just got a surf blue over it. Yeah. No, exact same. I think it's the exact same blue on it. Sorry for the stutter, guys. My mouth is becoming dry, and I'm also fighting a cold at the moment too. So yeah, I didn't want to go too over the top with this. So I just went with the standard black wheels. Can't remember what livery that is. Should have probably made the wheels atomic, the tires atomic, not Fukaru, but whatever. Went with the carbon fiber hood because that's what was on it first. Other than that, didn't really do much to it. Next, we've got the Saber, the Hot Ring Saber. Again, it's not really much to this car. All I really did was just change the color of it, made it black with this livery. I think I've just got atomic on the back of it. Haven't changed the wheels or tires on this. I may do at one point. I may put the deep dish wheels on it. So I may put these wheels because I like the deep dish look. I may put them on it. If not, this thing will just stay like this. I don't really drive this much, but when I do, it's fun to drive. So yeah, that's that. Next is the Omnis. I wish I had with the wheels. I literally had every single car with split six wheels, and they were always chrome. Don't know why I did it, but I did it. So, you see a lot of vehicles with those wheels. That's the only reason why. But so far I haven't seen any cars with these wheels. Next we've got the Buffalo S. The Sprunk Buffalo S, it just says Buffalo, this is basically just the Buffalo S. This is actually a customizing vehicles while I'm describing vehicles. It makes total sense. Yeah, this is literally a one red. So this is literally one red, but just turned out like this. I thought it was amazing, so that's the Sprunk Buffalo. Next is the Comet SR. This was the first colour of the carbonate red with the bright purple pearlescent. I just put orange wheels on it because I tried to make this look reasonably like the real life one. So I put the big wing on the back of it, put the body kit on it, not from the back of it, but put a body kit on it. This thing drives well. It sounds amazing. I love cars that sound amazing, and this is one of them. So I'm not complaining there. So that is the Comet SR. Next is this. I think all I did with this is just change the colour of it and customise it. Other than that, I didn't do much of this. But this is the Doom buggy, but this is the frame one. This is technically a rare one because a lot of the Doom buggies you'll see have all got the panels on it. This has no panels on it apart from the cloth on the roof, but the original one has a cloth on it as well. But I actually found this, and I thought it looked, I thought it looked cool. It was cool as hell. So I just turned it. I just handed mine, and I've kept it. So yeah, what car do I want to drive? You know what? Let's drive this. Just keeping an eye on my thing. That's right. I made this try and look like an undercover cop car. That's why this is like this. All right, so we'll head to the next 3 garages and we'll go from there. So the next 3 are my arena workshop, which are all full. I love driving that, even though it's slow as hell, but I love driving it. Alright, so we'll start from the top and work our way down. A lot of heavy metal today. The good thing about walking in this way is that the first thing I can show you is the RC Bandito. You've probably seen this on a few time trials, just because I do the RC time trials every now and again. Don't do them very often, but I do do them. It's a tongue twister, but whatever. So this is my RC Bandito. It's got the. I love these wheels. These are the street wheels. I love my street wheels. They just look awesome on every car. So we'll go from the right up and around. So first things first, we've got the Apocalypse Dominator, which I made look as close as possible to Death Race. That's just literally what it's based off is Death Race. So I think I have to change the paint job. I think his is more of like a faded grey, not really black. I need to change the wheels as well. But other than that, I try to make this look as close as possible. I love driving this thing in free roam, where I'm just having fun, just causing trouble, not with other players, because I don't tend to do that. But when I do, I tend to go for this car. Because I like the look of it, and since you can throw this off, you can actually annoy online players, which is actually fun. Next, you've got the Apocalypse Imperator, which I renamed to the V8 Interceptor. If you know why, it's because it's straight. If you don't know why, it's because it's straight out of Mad Max. This is literally just the V8 Interceptor off Mad Max, which is why it says Mad Max on the license plate. But this thing, I love this. It's also one of the best. This is actually the best car to do drag races with, especially if you can get the wheelie properly, and if you have the boost in it, you can outrun everything in this, including the Pariah and maybe the Pariah with speed glitch. I've watched a lot of videos where people have outrun the Devastate 6, or the car that looks like the Devil 16. I've watched this car outrun that, and all this is a muscle car, which is a lot. Which says a lot, but this thing is incredible to drive. I've cruised around the map with this, just because it's straight out of Mad Max. So yeah. Next we've got the Apocalypse Brute, or Brutus. I've renamed it to the Brute because I thought, why not? So made this one look like straight out of Mad Max as well. So everything that's rusted like this I've made it. Just changed the plate to Mad Max because why not? So I didn't really do much of this. I just armored it all up. It's got the weapons on the weapon on the side. It's got I think it's got proximity mines in it. That one, my Dominator's got EMP mines. So yeah, that's this one. Next is the Future Shock Scarab, which I've just called the Scarab. I was gonna go with the apocalyptic version of this, but I love the futuristic look of this, and it didn't really change much. It's just the apocalyptic one is all rusted. I didn't want too many rusted looking vehicles in here, so I just went with the Future Shock one, and I love it. So it's just the straight matte black with just the Torino red secondary, and that's how it came out. I was going to make them all blue with my crew color, but I thought, nah, make them red because it looks decent. So next we've got the Future Shock Death Bike, which I've just named Death Bike. So this is just matte black with the secondary as the blue. The headlights blue as well, but I love this. I wasn't going to put the I didn't put the weapons on it, and I'll probably end up taking this off. But other than that, I love it. It looks amazing. It drives well. It's basically just the gargoyle pretty much, and everybody knows how good the gargoyle really is. So I may end up taking the shield off. In it, not 100% sure. I don't even think this even has mines in it. But yeah, that's the Impaler. Next is the Apocalypse Weenie Issy. A lot of people say use the Future Shock, but again, I love my Mad Max references, so I've kept this looking like this, and I just love it. I love the look of it. That's the Weenie Issy Classic. It's got the dual guns up top. Next is basically the Sasquatch, which I've named Bigfoot. This is also off Mad Max. This one's off Fury Road. So Fury Road doesn't really have many rusted out looking vehicles. They have a lot of custom vehicles. But this one's straight out of Mad Max. So, and since this one isn't weaponized, you can drive this. Since this one isn't weaponized, I can drive it around in passive mode and just run over vehicles and just annoy the pedestrians and police and all that. So that's always fun to do. Next we've got the ZR380, the Apocalypse ZR380, which is technically, I think it's based off the 370. Could be 350, but I think it's based off the 370, so I've called it the Death 70, just because why not? Again, this one just reminds me straight out of Mad Max, but this is actually based off a, what is it? Death Race car. Can't remember what it is, but it's based off a Death Race car, so I've called it Mad Max, like I said, rusted look. So the only thing that's really clean on this is the wheels and tires. But other than that, this also has a shunt boost. I'm trying to get some friends in. I've got an idea for a couple videos to do, and this will be the vehicle that I drive when someone's doing something. This will be the vehicle I drive. I'm not going to try and spoil anything, but a lot of the people on Twitter, if they watch this, they'll know what I'm talking about, because I've brought it up with them a lot. So yeah, that's my weapon garage. I do have they do have this spot on every floor, but I don't want to buy the big vehicles because I'm just not a big fan of them. So we'll head down to level B or level B1. Here, grab another drink. Sorry, guys. Alright. Work away from this way, up and around. Alright. So we've got the Trufade Nero. I think this is the Garnet Red. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Garnet Red. With the bright purple pearlescent. I've just made this look as straight stock as possible. It's just fully done up and fully customized, but yeah, so that's the Nero. Next is the Infernus Classic. I was gonna make this wine red like the Zentorno, but the black with my old crew red, which is the Money Grinding Mafia. That's actually their crew color. I loved it. It just worked. But yeah, I've got the Demon 666 on the back, so I'll probably end up changing this to wine red. I did have look at it with the wine red with the bright red on it. It's just the red here, the red on the vents just stood out a little bit too much, which is why I just made it black. But I'll probably end up changing it at one point, because why not? So that is the Infernus Classic. Yeah. Next we've got another Elegy. This is just the standard silver one, so try to make this look street. Again, a lot of my vehicles will try and make them look street. So this is just the standard Elegy, customized. So I think I may end up putting the carbon fiber hood on it. I'm not sure just yet. But yeah, this is just ordinary silver with black rims with the red writing on the tires, because it's just, I thought it looked cool. That's how it came out. Next is the Schwarzer, which is just the two-door version of the Shaft V12, or what I think it is. Do need to change the wheels on this, but these wheels look really nice in this car. This is just a black steel or a carbonate black, I think it was. Can't really remember. But this is actually really nice to drive. It's also good for drifting. So yeah, that is the Schwarzer. Next is the Sadler. I spent months trying to find a certain visual of this. The Sadler that I was looking for is the one you get with the anti-aircraft trailer. That I didn't want tan, I wanted this colour. But it's got the ram bar at the front, it's got the lights on top. It was just all decked out, like a full-on utility vehicle. But you can't get the ram bar. You couldn't get the ram bar with this on it, or you get the ram bar with the hard top casing on it. But I want the open tray, but I wanted the ram bar, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't find it. Eventually, I found this, and I went, you know what, this will do. And I think I just made this matte dark blue. Didn't want to go too over the top with this, but I just made it matte dark blues. It's got the exact same wheels as the Schwarzer over there. It's just these are just a gloss black. So yeah. Next we've got the Sugoi. Well, one of my Sugois, another one beside it. This one I tried to make look realistic. So the wheels are stock. This thing's basically stock all the way around. I think that's a custom spoiler on it, but I try to make this look like the Honda Civic Type R, the newer version. Just trying to make this look like that, and I made it silver. And this is how it came out, and I just thought, yep, it stays. So yeah. Right, there's a little funny story with my Sugois. I'll tell it, and the story is, I won this off the podium vehicle, and it saved, and all that, and I thought, all right, that's cool. And then I jumped online the next day with a friend to help him spin the wheel because I've got a penthouse he doesn't, and all that. And as I went down to spin the wheel again because I could, this was already another Sugoi was sitting on the podium. No joke. I am not lying here. Listen to my voice. I am not lying here. That I won that one day, and then the next day after, I won the exact same car. No joke. I literally won the exact same car a day after me winning it. No joke. I was like, I came down from my penthouse. I'm like, wait, I already won the car. Why is it sitting there? My friend's like, what do you mean? I go, I won the car yesterday. You know that? And he goes, yeah. I go, it's sitting there again. He's like, what do you mean it's sitting there? I go, it's sitting there again. I won it yesterday and it's sitting there again. He goes, well, what happened if you win it again? I go, well, we're going to find out. So I spun the wheel once and I won it again, and I popped it in here. I saved it in here, and he goes, what happened? I go, well, I won the car. He goes, yeah. I go, and I won it again. He goes, you won it again? I won it again. So I customized one look normal, and I just went all out with this. I just made it look absolutely ridiculous. But I am telling the absolute truth right there. I won the exact same car in the exact same week, a day apart. Literally a day apart. I don't know why. I think it was a glitch in the Rockstar's servers, but I literally won the exact same car a day apart. I was confused as hell, but I'm quite happy because I wanted to create one that was all out, and then I wanted a normal standard one, and winning two for free and then doing that, I'm not complaining. I'm really not complaining. So next we've got the Jester Classic. I built this literally identical to the Fast and Furious 7 one at the end of the movie. So this is literally identical. The windows are a bit too dark, but I had to tint the windows out. But got the RIP Paul in the back. But yeah, I've got a die-cast version of this car too, and I just copied it completely. So yeah, that's how this turned out. So I've got Paul Walker's last Skyline, which technically Cody Walker drove. So yeah, next we've got the little Lotus, little Locust. I bought this, and then it came out on the podium like 2 weeks later, and I won it, and I sold it, and then I customized it to the way it was. I was gonna make this green and yellow, but I love the color that I made it, so I just kept it. So yeah, that's this garage. Head down to garage B11. Oh shit, I might have to turn my heater up. Alright. So I'll start here, work my way back around. So yeah, this is my second Pariah, this is my crew color, but this is the Pariah I was telling you before that I can do a speed glitch with. So I literally made it look identical, just the color's different. So This car, when I want to troll people and just annoy them, I use this car to do the speed glitch. So with the speed glitch, what you do is you shoot both front tires, drive them till the tires pop, and then you spin the back wheels. As you take off, you count to 2 or 3 seconds, then you hold brake and you get a speed boost. What I do is I pop the 2 front tires, and then I lower it completely first. So I do the suspension lower glitch, and then I shoot the 2 front tires, and you actually get a little bit quicker. And then if you want to go a little bit quicker, you kick the back arches in, which angles the tires a little bit more, and you get even more speed. So yeah, and I don't know about a lot of people, but with this car, when I'm doing the speed glitch, if I stuff the speed glitch up at the start, I can with this car you can double clutch. I can double clutch into the speed glitch. That annoys people because I start off normal, and then it will be sitting right beside each other. I'll double clutch, which you already take off, the speed already goes up really quick anyway, and then from there I'll go straight into as the speed's going up, I go straight into the speed glitch. It just annoys people. So I may do a video of that at one point, but can't start doing it at the moment. Next we've got the Coil Cyclone. It's gonna be a long stream. The reason why I made this all black, so I basically made this pitch black, is because since it's electric and all that, when you go off the radar or when you go into ghosts and everything, you can actually sneak up on people without them knowing. So you turn off the lights and all that, and you literally don't hear a thing. I do have the red stripes on it, but with the speed this thing gets to, you don't really see the red stripes. You just see a black blur go past you. So I use this for trolling friends or just trolling random players, or just annoying random players when I want. But yeah. Next we've got the Hellion. Yeah, the Innis Hellion. This is technically my favorite off-road vehicle, just because I climb everything with this, and I love the way it looks. It's the only reason. But this is just a straight matte black with just I can't remember what this livery is, and I've just armored up all the windows. I think when you put these plates on, you can't be shot from behind, which is actually really good. But yeah, so that's the Hellion. Next is the Swinger. This is just the standard purple. I haven't really done much to this. I don't even think I haven't really customized this too much. So I think I won this off the podium. I won this off the podium vehicle. I just didn't really customize it too much. So I just left it the way it was. So I may need to do that at one point. Next, you got the the Ocelot Jugular. I say Vapid a lot. I don't know why, but went with the anime look just because it looked decent on it. I love the sound of this vehicle. I went with the dark green with the green riding the tires, the black rims. But yeah, I love this car. It's one of the quicker 4-door sport vehicles, but it just sounds aggressive. So yeah. Next we've got the Bugasi Monroe. A lot of people don't have this vehicle, so I end up buying it, and this is one of the ones I bring to car shows, and just to get reactions from other people. This is just I think it's a blue with a hot pink pearlescent. So I didn't really go too over the top, but yeah. Next we've got the Shitaro. I just made it black, and that's my crew color for the secondary. Crew emblem on the side. But I use this for time trials every now and again, especially when it's at night time. It's one that, because it all glows, it looks amazing for nighttime time trials. But yeah, other than that, it's just a decent block to use. Next, we've got another LG Retro Custom. Yes, I do have a lot of these, so sue me. This one I based off the Fast and Furious 4 Skyline that Paul Walker built. So again, I got the RIP Paul on the on the plate. But yeah, I try to make this look identical as possible. I don't have this one as a die cast. I had to look up a picture for it, but his was just blue with chrome rims. Basically, that's literally what I just made. The only thing I did was put a bigger exhaust on it and put a bigger spoiler on the back of it. But, yeah. Next, we've got the Sultan Classic, well, one of my Sultan Classics. I try to make this one look like the Honda Civic off the first Fast and Furious, so with the black ones with the green underglow, but since you can't, there's not exactly anything like that Honda Civic, this was the closest thing to it. So this actually has the green underglow, it's all black with the chrome wheels on it. So yeah, it looks good. That's all I can really say. So that's this garage. We'll head to the next one. Yeah, this is going to be a long stream, guys, so just bear with me. The next garage isn't too far away either. I love the sound of this. This is like this basically replaced the Sultan Rs for sound, because this basically is the Sultan Rs. And literally, the engine. This is the Sultan Rs's engine. Here, I'll even show you. So a lot of people will know what the Sultan Rs engine looks like. Well, technically, you're about to see it. But yeah, see, it even says RS. This engine in this car is the exact same one from the Sultan Rs from Benny's. So. Doesn't get any better than that, and they put into a sport car, which makes it even better. So let's head into here. I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can, guys. So please just bear with me. Shit, my phone's dying. I have to put it on charge. There we go. Alright, let's quickly run through here. So we'll start over here. We've got the Emperor ETR1, which it's that plum purple again. Sorry about the color. Sorry about how dark it is in any of you guys, but a lot of you will know that the the garage inside your arcade is really dark. So this is just the plum purple, so the one red with the bright purple pearlescent. So yeah, with just this livery, this technically holds my fastest speed. I don't know how, but it does. So that's always fun. Next we have the Tyrus, the Paragon Tyrus. This is a matte dark blue with an orange pearlescent. I just thought it looked really nice. So yeah, this is always fun. Next we've got one of my Komodas. Komodas. This is just this is the one I've customized this one, make it look more like a show car than anything. So I just went with the camo look, the forest green, the black wheels, the yellow writing, because I've got yellow writing on the side, and literally this is how it turned out. So I'm quite happy with that. Next we've got the Ocelot the R88, which is like an older school F1 car. I went with the racing green just because it's British, and I had an old Holden wagon that was British racing green. It was roughly looked like this green anyway, but yeah, I went with the blue wheels because I've got the blue livery on it and it just worked. So yeah. Next we've got the Ubermark SC1, one that's not the podium vehicle. I didn't really change anything to it. Put the spoiler on the back of it, and I could put a slight body kit on it. Other than that, didn't change it much. This is the exact same color as you get from winning off the wheel, which I'm actually quite happy about. Next we've got the Paragon GP1, the Paragon the PR4. This is actually my favorite open wheel vehicle, just because I think it's the quickest one out of them all, with the it depends on how you upgrade it. But this one, I love driving this one. All my friends hate it because it's so much smaller than all the others, and it just, you can see when you're in first person a lot better. So I just went with the German look on it because it's a Progen, which is Maserati, I think. No, McLaren. It's McLaren. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I just went with that. Next, we've got the Drift Yosemite, or the Yosemite Drift. I just call it the Drift Yosemite because it's just it's literally what it is. Try to make this look like Cam Block's Huna truck. The only difference is I put the hardtop tray on it just because I like the look of it, how it looks like it's bolted to the hardtop and then bolted to the cab. I like the look of it. So literally made this look identical, almost identical to Cam Block's Huna truck. So I reckon I did well. It actually drifts really well. I just don't like how much it wheel spins, but can't do much about it. This is my second Sultan Classic. This is the wine red with bright purple pearlescent. So this is that the plum color I've got. I actually did a full customization video of this when it first came out, and I was thrilled. And I haven't changed it since. The only thing I've done is change the wheels. It's literally the only thing I've done. But other than that, this thing just, I love it. I love the way it looks, I love the way it sounds. Next, we've got the Fiesta 811, which is based off the Porsche Carrera GT. Haven't changed the colour of this. All I've done is just change the tyres, the wheels. So that's basically all I've done. Other than that, this thing came straight off the podium with this colour. So I think it's like a darkish green. This is my other Komodo. This is the one that I first won off the podium. I made this one look as straight as possible. It was red when I first bought it. It was red. Then I turned it to blue. This isn't my crew color. This is the standard blue, but I kept it all straight looking. So I did put the canards on it just because I like the look of them. But it's got the normal. It's got the stock wheels. And basically it's just it's basically what I would do to a car. I wouldn't go over the top, but it's basically what I would do. So yeah, that's this garage. We'll go about this Sultan, just because we're not going too far. I'm going to try and rush through the rest of these garages as fast as I can. Yeah, literally the other garage is just up here around the corner. Damn it. This is my weapon garage, basically. My other weapon garage. So this has like, well, you will see. Yeah. So we'll start off at the back. We've got the Deluxo, which is the wine red with the bright pearlescent, so that plum color, with the carbon fiber hood, and I think it's got 1950. Yeah, no, haven't changed the plate on this. I've got a plate that I've got a custom plate that says 1955, just because that's the year Marty McFly went back in Back to the Future, and it's basically just the DeLorean. We've got the Scramjet, which I've made just frost white with the red M. Basically, you can classify as M. So basically, try to make this look like the Mark V as best I can. Wheels. I know the wheels aren't for the Mark V, but you can't exactly get wheels close enough, too close to the movie. But I did try and make it look like the Mark V, which I actually did reasonably well. Funny thing is, my friend has a red version of this with the red and white, with the red and white livery opposite. So I've got white with the white red. He's got red with the red white. So basically all you can really see is the white part, the white middle part. Where with me, all you can really see is the red. So yeah, that's always fun. Next, we've got the Stromberg, which was the original anti-griefing for that thing right there, the Oppressor Mark II. One that's off the podium vehicle, and don't really drive it much. Probably should, but I don't. So the color of this is literally the color of the podium. So I think it's just the racing green with like an orange pearlescent over it. I think from memory. But yeah, next you got the Oppressor Mark II, which is everybody's favorite griefing tool. I don't mind people using it just to fly around, but if you're griefing with it, then you're just you're just someone who just likes to grief. So that's all I can say. But literally all I made this was just ice white with like a camo on it, just because why not? Yeah. Next we've got the Dune FAV. This is my second time buying it, maybe only because it was free, because I bought the Criminal Mastermind pack. So yeah, this is just a purple primary color. I put the minigun on it just because I like the minigun on it of it. That is my old crew color, not the money going to Mafia. My first crew. That's red. So yeah, this is my second Night Shark. I just made this look like a snowmobile basically. So yeah, there's not really much more I can say about that. But yeah, that is this garage. We'll head to my next one, which is my so yeah, that's the Night Shark, and that's just ice white with the camo livery on it. Head to my club. I've got four garages to go through here. I think, or is it only 3? Could be 4. So we'll start off with the actual nightclub, because I've got a car in here. So the car in here is just a Jester Classic, but it's literally just Paul Walker's Jester Classic. Made this as close as possible as I could. From the wheels to the livery to the paint to the spoiler, as it's RIP Paul on the back. But yeah, so that is just the Jester Classic. The Jester Classic that I try to make look identical to Paul Walker's from Fast and Furious. Just sucks you can't double clutch it. I think it's number 2. Pull that off. So I don't want to destroy the battery of my phone. My phone's basically a brand new phone. I've done really well with it. Yeah, this is the first garage. So we've got the Rancher XL. I just took this off the street. Basically all this is just a gasoline green with just black wheels, black rims on it. So I didn't mind it. I thought it looked really cool. Nice, 1.28 mil. Next we've got another LG Retro Custom, but I made this one look like Leon's from the first Fast and Furious as close as possible. I just haven't put the license plate on the back of it because it's not exactly Paul Walker's. So yeah, but I literally made this look almost identical to the one of Fast and Furious, of the Fast and the Furious, which is the first one, the R33 that Leon drives. We've got the Redwood Gauntlet, which I haven't customized at all. I've just left it the way it is, haven't changed the colour of it. I've just literally just left it. Bought it because it was free. We've got the Dinka Ballista Compact. Basically, again, bought it because it was free, haven't done anything to it. So these 3 vehicles at the front here I have to customize at one point. So yeah, haven't done anything with this. Next is the Stallion. Again, no customizations to it. It's just stock standard. Haven't even done any upgrades to it. No performance upgrades or anything. So yeah. Next we've got the Koket Blackfin. We've just went with the wine red primary, and then the ice white secondary. I love the old look where you do the two-tone. Well, where you can do the two-tone, it looks mint. And I love the stock wheels on this. Too bad you can't put them on other muscle cars. So yeah, that's the Koket Blackfin. Next is the Wagner, which is one of the best supercars. I do need to change the wheels on this. I don't know which wheels I'll put on, but I'll probably change the wheels at one point. This is the carbonate red again with the bright purple, I think. Could be wrong, so please don't sue me. With just a blue accent, basically. I thought it looks nice. So yeah. Next we've got the Nero Custom. I just went black with the ultra blue. So no, this isn't my crew color. This is literally just straight ultra blue. So I just went with black with ultra blue, put the livery on it, and put the deep dish wheels on it because it looked decent, and that's how it came out. So I'm not complaining there. So yeah. Next we've got the GP1. Went with the black steel again with like a reddy purple pearlescent. The red wheels, the old crew red for the accents basically, and yeah. The GP1's actually not a bad vehicle. It's not quick, but it's fun to drive. And that's what I care about. So yeah. Next one, you've got the Shafter V12, which is just the bigger version of the Schwarzer. So yeah, if you literally just shorten the back of it up, get rid of the back seats, or move the back seats forward, get rid of the two back doors, you basically have the Schwarzer. So yeah, I made this because I was doing a lot of helping lower ranks get from point A to point B. When they need to do stuff without dying and all that, I'll bring this out or bring out the crew mode. Anything that has a 4 doors that was decently quick, and I would literally just drive them. So I went with just the carbonate black for the color, and I think I went with like a chocolate brown for the interior because I reckon it looked really nice. So yeah, that's my first garage in here. I will sell this eventually, but not at the moment. Sorry. Alright, next floor. So we start off here, work our way up and around. So we've got the Benefactor Serrano. Basically, just when you buy this, the roof. I think the roof comes with it up. If not, you still off the street. Not 100% sure, but I just like I said, a lot of my vehicles I like the convertible look, so I keep the roof down. But I love this car. I love the way it looks. Love the way it drives. It's actually really decent. So. Yeah, that's the Benefactor Serrano. Nothing special about it, it's just straight black. We've got the Fusillade. Stole this off the street. This is actually the exact same color that I had it on the PS3, which is the Spinark purple. But I just put like a fluorescent. I won't say fluorescent, but it's like a really bright purple for the mags, just to break it up basically. So. You know, nothing too special about this, but yeah. Next, you've got the Picador. Rockstar missed a big opportunity turning this car into a lowrider. This car would have been amazing as a lowrider. But yeah, with this I just went with the standard desert tan color, like a faded brown basically, with the black wheels, black windows. So yeah, I reckon I did really good. I just liked it. It wasn't too out there, wasn't too plain, wasn't too boring. It just looked nice. So yeah. Next we've got the Massacro, which is still to this day one of the best sport cars. So I went with the matte light grey with a racing green pearlescent, I think, over top, with the black wheels. So I made this look, I made this look like a proper race car, just with that delivery, and I liked it. That's how it came out. Next we've got the Ruston, which became one of my friend's favourite vehicles to drive because it was quick, it was small, and it was very agile. So you could throw this into a corner for a drift, or you could just turn it and it will turn where you want it. So I went with the matte forest green with the ultra blue pearlescent with the black secondary, so the roll cage is black. I went with the carbon cheetah RR wheels with the ultra blue ring around it. It just all came together. At one point it was black and yellow, but I grew off the black and yellow and I ended up turning into that, and I was quite happy with it. Right, next we got the Voodoo Custom. This is my second lowrider that I own. Not much to really say about this. I just went with black color because it looked awesome. And I put like the ghosty flame livery on it because it suited it. It's the kind of car that needs to have the flames on it. It just suits it. Well, of course I went with the white wall because it's lowrider. Lowriders have to have white walls, but not all of them. I just like the white walls on them. Next we've got the Buccaneer Custom, which is my third and last lowrider, I'm pretty sure. Again, just went with the black with the orangey yellow pinstripe. Went with the camo print interior, wooden steering wheel and all that. White walls again, exact same wheels as them. That's also got the camo print interior with the wooden steering wheel as well. This has got the engine scoop out of it because why not? I do like the fact that when you cruise around with the Buccaneer, if you just at a cruising speed, like a really low speed, you'll drive with one hand. I drive with one hand in real life, but that's because I find it comfortable and I've broken my collarbone. So having both hands up really plays around with my shoulder. So yeah. Next we got the Turismo Classic. Just went with the silver with the black stripe with the black wheels. I probably changed the wheels at one point, but nothing too special about this. So I think this is actually one of the top 5 quickest sport classic cars. But it's worth it. It's worth owning if you don't own it. So definitely own it. Next we've got just the standard gauntlet. I found this at a LS Customs. All I did was just change the wheels and change the colour of them. Other than that, haven't changed it at all. So this is literally how I found it, and that's literally how it's going to stay. So last on this floor is the Carbon Air. I love the Carbon Air. I love the way it sounds. I went with the traditional like Ferrari silver with the tan interior, tan leather interior. The black wheels because the black wheels look good with the silver car, and basically just came out like that, and I've left it. The roof on this does go back on, but I love it without the roof, just because I love my convertibles. So that's this floor. We'll go to the next floor, move to the next garage. I'm flying through these garages now, loving it. Then again, I think I've been shooting for just over 2.5 hours. Yeah, almost 2 hours and 40 minutes. Welcome to the stream. I've done a video on all these cars when they first came out. So first things first, we'll start off with the Tulip. Basically with this, I just went with the two-tone silver and red. Nothing too special with it. I've got green headlights in it for some reason, and I've got green underglow for another some reason. Don't know why, but me being Australian and me loving Holdens, a lot of my friends who love Holdens as well, they say this looks like a Holden Kingswood. So if you type in to Google, if you're from America or whatever or wherever, if you type in Holden Kingswood, you'll see what I mean. Like, it's not a split image. I know this is based off a American muscle car, but the way that I've designed this, the way I've got it looking and all that, certain angles, this thing looks exactly like a Holden Kingswood. So yeah, if you go into Google and type in Holden Kingswood, you will see exactly what I mean. Like, yeah, I know this is based off an American muscle car. I know that, but in my eyes, when on a certain angle, I see this as a Holden Kingswood. If the point here was pushed in further, was pushed in more, it would look identical to a Holden Kingswood. We've got another Impaler, but this is just a standard street version. So I went with the Galaxy Blue on this. I don't know where the hell I found these. I don't know where the hell I found these wheels from. I think they're Benny wheels. I think. But I just went with the standard Galaxy Blue with the grey racing stripes on it. Didn't go too over the top with it, but it looks decent. I don't really drive a lot of these vehicles for some reason. Next we've got the Bugasi Taurus. Went with this. I just went with the standard silver with the black stripes, with the black rims. Didn't go too over the top. It's got red headlights in it, just because I was going through a red headlight phase, so they look cool. So this is actually one of the fastest SUVs in the game. Actually, I think this is the fastest SUV in the game. So if you don't own it and you're unsure if you want to buy it, coming from me personally, I would buy it. It's actually really, really, really good. Next, we've got the Vapid Click. This was a free vehicle a couple years ago for Christmas. So basically, all I did was just get rid of all the Christmas stuff, so the Christmas decoration and everything. Got rid of the hood because I like it. I like this thing without the hood. And I think I made this like a. I can't remember what blue I made it, but it's just a standard blue. Haven't gone over the top with it, so it's not too bad. Drives decently. It's decently quick and all that, but don't really drive it much. Next, we've got the Atelier GTO. Just went with the sunrise orange with the lime green pearlescent, which came out like a lava red. I'm not complaining too much. I wanted the lime green because I've got the lime green accents on it from the livery, but I think it's also got green headlights as well. Don't know why, but it does. So that's the Atelier GTO. Next, we've got the X80 Proto. This is the wine red with the bright purple pearlescent. So this is the plum purple again, but it's got the lime green accent. When I first built this, I built it identical to this, and I loved it. You can do the speed glitch with this car as well. It's a little bit harder than other ones. So if you shoot the wheels and lower it through the suspension glitch, this thing is actually really quick. When me and my friends were doing the suspension glitch and all that, he was doing it with a Bugasi Vapid GT, not the old school one, the newer version. He was beating us all, so I just bought this because I could, and then I did the exact same thing as him, and he hated me after that. I think he ended up selling that car, and I kept this, and every time he brings it out, I bring this out, and he just puts it away. So yeah. Next, we've got the Principe Devastate 8, which is the car I was talking about before, where the My V8 Interceptor, that black Mad Max looking car, outruns this thing. This thing is technically the fastest, one of the fastest cars for top speed. So if you put this on a highway against the Pariah, this thing will win. Guarantee you. The Atelier Rsx, you might be pushing it, but this thing is incredible to drive. It's handles really well despite the way despite how long it is and the way it looks. Just went with the standard grey with the red livery. I'm sponsored by Ammunition because why not? It's also got green headlights for some reason as well. Next we've got the Vamos. I did have two of these, but I sold the other one and I just kept this one. This is just the standard grey with the black stripes. I tried to made this look like a badass muscle car that a lot of bad guys will drive in movies, and this is how it turned out. So I'm quite happy with it. And that didn't really do much. I don't think I've changed the headlights in it, but yeah. Next we've got the Deviant, which is based off the Arrow, I think it is. I went with the two-tone look with the big scoop at the front. I went with the Caracara wheels. Probably mispronounced that, so don't hate on me. But I reckon it turned out really nicely. I think the primary is just that red. So yeah, I didn't go too over the top with it, but I love the look of it. I love the way it drives. Next we've got the Sultan GT. This thing is aggressive. When this thing came out, this thing was almost on par with the Pariah. The Pariah was still better, but this thing was almost on par with it. I just made this a black steel because I love the black steel look on some cars, and this was one of them. They put the red writing on it because it's got the red livery. It's got red headlights in it. Also, a little known fact, when you change the headlights, the emblem on the front here actually changes colour with the headlights. So, if you didn't know that. So, actually take this car out. Drive to the next garage. I think there's only 4 garages left. Yeah, there's only 4 garages left. Which I'm quite happy about. Hope it's still night time. We're going to here. Oh, they changed it. They patched it. But yeah, you used to be able to turn the headlights on and the emblem would change. The emblem would light up the rest of the car's headlights. So you head to the next garage, and because there's literally 1, 2, 3. There's literally just 4 garages left. Damn, I've gone through so many garages on this stream. At least these 3 are roughly together, so technically I don't have to drive. I'll probably drive from this one up the hill. Oh, damn, that park. That parking job, holy shit, that was clean. That was clean as shit. Not gonna lie. Alright, we'll go up the right and come back down the left. That parking job though. Right, so first things first, start off with the Class A Mamba. I just made this straight midnight blue with the white stripe livery. So I put flames on it, but I went with the old school Cobra look because why not? And I just love the look of it. So I went with the old school Cobra look with the colour and all that. Only the difference is the wheels don't look like an old school Cobra, but can't do much about it. So I went with the old midnight blue with the white stripe. So yeah. Next we've got the little Fudo. It's a forest green, forest green with an ultra blue pearlescent with the Fukuru livery. deep dish wheels with the free crew riding and the drift spoiler with the drift body kit basically. So yeah, I kind of went over the top with it, but it looks decent, so I'm not complaining. Next we've got the original Dinka Jester. Didn't go too over the top with this. I just made it look like a race car. Kept it with the black steel paint job with the red writing on it, just because why not? But yeah, I didn't go too over the top with it. I made it look decent, in my opinion. Everybody's different though. Next we've got the Oracle XS. Both these cars here I tried to make look like an undercover cop car type thing. Just it didn't really work, so I ended up changing the tire, changing the wheels. They've both got cop sirens in it. No, cop sirens, cop horns in it. So with this, I just went with the standard silver, black windows, black wheels. Kept this thing looking all completely stock and all that, because why not? Next we got the Gallivant Baller. I went with the matte black with the bright purple pearlescent because just it looked nice. Black wheels, black tinted windows, cop horn as well because I thought why not. So yeah. Next we've got the Rusty Rebel. Yeah, the Rusty Rebel. Just went with the standard matte black with the big wheels, or big tires on it. I could have got rid of the tray, but I made it look like an old school beat up four-wheel drive, and that's how it came out, and I loved it, and I kept it. Got a bike in here, which is just grey. I think I bought that one. Next we've got the clean version of the Rebel. The only difference is this doesn't have the flared guards, where that one does, but I'm not complaining too much. The big mud tires basically. Crew colour for the Rebel 4x4. Crew emblem on the hood. Ram barge, straight matte black. Roll cage part. I like the look of it, and yeah, kept it. We've got the Vapid trophy truck. This was the first car ever that I went with the tan with the dark earth color. This was the first car I ever did that, and it just I've totally forgot about it until I started doing the my military vehicles. So yeah, so this is just my trophy truck, which is actually really good. It takes off like a rocket. Like, it's got no wheel spin. It's just you take off and it just goes. I love it. It's not bad for off-roading. It's more for like off-road racing basically. I'll take more this than this for off-roading, but I do go off-roading with this every now and again. It's not often. I don't tend to take that, but yeah. Next we've got the Flash GT. I made this look as close to cam blocks as possible with the livery. The only difference is I put an ultra blue pearlescent over it. I've just put an ultra blue wheels, body kit, spoiler, and all that. But I try to make it look as close to his car as possible, and that's basically how it turned out. I wasn't complaining. It's actually not a bad car. Might need to start doing some stupid slides around the street with him. So yeah. Next we've got another electric vehicle. We've got the Bugasi Tesseract. Do need to change the wheels in this. The wheels in this suit this car really well. Basically, this one with matte black with the bright pearlescent, which is the exact same as the Gallivant Baller back up there. Yeah, nothing too special with this. Just the accents is one green, so yeah, nothing too special about this garage, but yeah. I know I could run to the next garage, but don't really see the point. Now, next garage, I did a stream on it, but I'm still going to showcase it. Because there is one car missing in it. So, but I'll still showcase it just because again, I will. I'll get blown up. Hold on, guys. I think I'm kind of blown up. I'm missing a vehicle. I think.
All our operators are on.
I'm not. Unless it didn't say. So I thought I only had 2 spots free in here. So I'm free. So we'll start from here. So we've got the Retinue Mark II. One with the like a black with lime green. I think it was. Yeah, I think it's just a black with lime green. I thought it's the black steel with lime green. It's one of the two. Didn't really go too over the top with it. Don't look best I could. We've got the Dinka Ballistic Hanjo, which is based off the 98 or 89 Civic Type R. So I try to make this look like it's straight out of Gran Turismo with the ice white with the Figurine livery, which is basically just like an old school livery for it. The wheels and all that. I didn't slam it completely, so a lot of people do. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of the wheels, but I'm quite happy with it. We've got the Ocelot Lynx. I went with my plum purple, so the one red with the bright purple pearlescent on it. I was going to make it all my crew colour, but when I showed this, when I had some people in the stream, I was customizing the vehicles, they all said, man, nah, do it as that. It's stayed on that. It's got midnight purple rims. The first car that has midnight purple rims on it. I'm not complaining. So, yeah. We've got last week's podium vehicle, the RE7B, or 2 weeks ago I think this one. It's just a spin arc purple with a lime green colours. Basically looks like a Joker. That's my crew colour there, by the way. It basically just looks like a Joker. I'm not complaining. I like it, and that's all that matters. Next we've got another Apocalypse ZR380, which technically I'm just called it the 370Z. So if I put this in my arena workshop or whatever, it comes up as 370Z. This is my crew colour. On this car I was one with black wheels, black deep dish wheels and all that, so basically I just turned this into like a modified version of the 350, 370. Also my crew colour looks like a Nismo colour. A lot of people say it looks like a Nismo colour, which I'm not complaining. So yeah, that's that one. Next is the Fist of Neon. I wanted to buy this for ages, and I ended up buying it last stream and customizing it. So yeah, this is a black steel, I think it was, with the bright purple pearlescent. I was just experimenting, and I spotted it when I was inside the LS Customs. It didn't look that good. When I drove out, the sun hit it. I went, oh, I love that look. I love the colour of it, so I kept it. Yeah, it's one of the black wheels again. So yeah, we've got the Karen 190Z. So we've got the black as secondary. I've got the carbonate red with the bright purple. It's just with the black wheel with the stone silver wheels with the tan interior, because you can't really change the interior too much. But came out like that, and it just looks like a standard street car. It looks like a lot of the street machine cars that you see of this car, basically. Just the colour is just out there. So yeah, Last car of this garage is the Ocelot Penetrator, which is based off the XJ220. I tried to make this look like the race version of it, so I put the big spoiler on it, put the slight body kit on it. This is a dark steel with a bright green pillars. Again, I was just testing out cars and colours. I was testing out colours, and I made that, and I went, yeah, no, that looks decent. It looks like, and since it's an Ocelot, since this is Ocelot, Ocelot's based off Jaguars. Jaguars are normally green, or a version of green. So if I put green in it, it worked. So I've got 3 spots in here free. 2 spots. Sorry, I've got 2 spots. So I was right. I'm not missing any cars. I have 2 spots free. So yeah, we'll just take this. We'll head down to the next garage. I'll probably drive this to the last garage too. So I love this car. So you're just gonna enjoy the sound of the tires squealing. Actually, I think this is the fastest sport car, only because it's electric, but I could be wrong. Alright, this is my second last garage, so we've got bikes on one side and cars on the other, so we'll head up there and come back down here. So we've got the Imponte Duke of Death. It's just a fun car to annoy people with. Of course, it says Death on there, basically, because it's the Duke of Death. Just went straight matte black with the black wheels, red writing. Only reason why it's got red writing on the tires is because all lights on this are red. Like I said earlier, all my armored vehicles, like the Kuruma and this, they're all the lights are red. So it just looks mean. This looks aggressive when you just parked up and you have all the lights on. The whole wall that you're facing, whatever, is just straight red. It looks awesome. So yeah. Next we've got the standard Dukes. I try to base this off the Fast and Furious as well of Dominic Toretto's. So I've got the plate of Toretto, which I need to put that on the faction as well. So this is just a straight gloss black with the chrome accents, chrome wheels on it. Only difference is this thing has pink tire smoke. I don't know why it's got pink tire smoke, but it does. So I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't know why, but it just does. Next, we've got the Rat Truck, which is one of the best vehicles to do speed glitch with. It annoys the absolute hell out of everybody when you do it, if you can do it. So I just went with the straight gloss black because I was going through a gloss black phase, or just a black phase in general. But you know, just special about this, it's got my crew emblem on the side because why not? But yeah, that's this car. Next, we've got the Imponte Phoenix. I tried to base this off Fast and Furious as well, but the Gauntlet Classic Custom looks like it's more based off it than anything. So we've got this, it's just straight standard red, chrome wheels and all that. So personally, I don't mind the look of it. It actually looks really nice. But yeah. Next we've got the Vigero. Rockstar need to make a modern day Vigero. I call it the Vigero GTX or something like that. But yeah, this is my crew color. Went with the black wheels just to separate it a little bit more. But yeah, nothing too special with this. You can't really do much to it anyway. So yeah. Next we got the Sanchez livery. I bought this, but you can find this up in Polito Bay or in Sandy Shores. There's multiple. I think there's 4 different versions or 5 different versions of it. I ended up buying it because I had the money and it wasn't too dear. So yeah, nothing too special about it. We've got the Dinker Double T. This is just black with the dark grey, just like the Batty 801 that I have. This one has orange headlights. So yeah, this one has orange headlights. The Batty 801 that I have has red headlights, just because why not? Spiderweb wheels on it because they look nice. And so yeah, that's this one. We got the Gargoyle next. Just didn't do too much to it. They kept it all basically stock looking. They just tuned it up basically. I love the chain on the back of it, so that's why I've kept it, and I love how thick the tyres are. So didn't want to change it too much, and I had it's 69, so had to keep it. So yeah, that's a Gargoyle. You got the 801 RR, which is just the race version of the 801. I went with the Sprung because it was green, and all my other friends went with the other ones, and I didn't want to match them, so I just stuck with the green one. So yeah, last vehicle in this garage is the Hikachi Drag. This is the vehicle, this is the bike I do a lot of my time trials with, just because it's one of the quickest in the game. I think there's like 0.01 seconds between the Hikachi Drag and the Jotaro. Could be wrong. Could be a little bit bigger. Could be a little bit smaller. I'm not 100% sure. But the Hikachi Drag is more my time trial vehicle that I use. So yeah, so that's this garage. We've got one more garage to go. Got a car outside, I'm just going to drive that. Welcome to the stream to the person who's just joined. Right, electric car all the way. I'm not drunk, I don't drive this car very often. With all electric cars, if you have the iFruit app, you can actually put turbo in them. There's no option in the actual LS Custom to put turbo in them, but through the iFruit app you actually can. I haven't done it to this car just yet, but my Cyclone has the turbo upgrade in it. Yeah, it's electric as well. Let's listen to that engine purr. I'll put that car away now. Alright, last garage. I'm gonna grab a quick drink. Alright, start up the right and come back down to the left. So, first things first, we've got the Albany VSTR. Went with the two-tone, I think that's the carbonate red again, but I didn't put anything over it, just the two-tone carbonate red with the silver livery, just to break it up. I thought it looked really nice, so I've kept it. Went with the black wheels, of course. Nothing too special, but it looks decent. Next we've got the Vapid Contender. This is the black steel with the gasoline green over it. Stone silver wheels, just because why not. Again, nothing too special, just a nice colour mixture basically. So yeah, next you got the Obey tailgater. So you got the, I think it's an ultra blue with the hot pink pearlescent over it. Yeah, ultra blue with a hot pink pearlescent over it. Black wheels, because why not? I just basically put all the customization on it as I could, just to make it look reasonably decent. I reckon I did a really good job with it. So, yeah. Next we've got the 9F Cabrio, which is basically just the convertible version. This is a black steel with a bronze pearlescent, I think it is, or a straw brown. It's one of the two. Black wheels. Just I would put all the customizations I could on it, just to make it look as good as possible, and it came out like that, and I was quite happy with it. Sunlight, this thing looks incredible. Like, you can see the color from these lights when the sun hits it, it just looks absolutely incredible. So yeah. Next we've got the Cavalcade. I basically just turned this straight into a gangster car. The black on black on black with the chrome. It's just, yeah, I had to do it. I had to go with the gangster car. It just I just love the look of four-wheel drives when they're just all black with the black windows, black wheels, with the chrome accents. It looks mean. So that's the Cavalcade. That's one side. We've got the Bugasi 770. I think I went with the racing green or dark green with a spin arc purple. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so please don't sue me if I am, but it's technically late for me. With the black wheels, big spoiler on it, just because why not? I wasn't expecting this thing to look like this, but when I customized and it came out like this, I was actually quite happy with myself. So yeah. Next we've got the Bestia GTS. Cannot remember what color I made this. I think it's a spin arc purple again, but I put like a surf blue over it. It was just I just put two different colors together. And it just came out like that. Black wheels again, of course. But this thing just looks incredible the way personally for me, I reckon it looks incredible just the way I've got the paint. But so yeah, that's that one. Next you've got the Nightshade. I will be changing the wheels on this just because I'm not really a big fan of these wheels, but I haven't changed them yet, so they probably won't. But we've got I tried to turn this straight into Bumblebee, but I just put the big scoop on it because it's a muscle car. Muscle cars need that big scoop because I reckon it'll look better. But I tried to turn this straight into Bumblebee from the first Transformers before he became the newer version of the Camaro. So yeah, I just went with the matte yellow with the matte black, chrome wheels and all that. So yeah, that's how it turned out. Next we've got the little hot knife. Kept this thing looking stock because I like the wheel arches on it. Put the black wheels on, of course. Ice white on the bottom, and I went with the wine red with the straw brown as the primary. Well, I thought that's the secondary. Can't remember. So, but yeah, it's not a bad. It wasn't a bad color combination. The straw brown with the wine red. I was just testing it and it looked good, so I kept it. Last but not least, we got the Vulcan Warrener. Went with a spin arc purple again, but we went with a Torino red over it. Black wheels, of course. Just put all the decent upgrades, all the decent visual upgrades to it as best I could, and came out like this. So I'm not complaining. But yeah, that is literally every single garage that I can think of. And all that, so we'll leave this garage, we'll go into a car, and I'll probably just end it off there. I'll have to bring out a new car though, because I'll put that one away. Probably should just drop on this. We'll bring out a car, I'll drive down the street.
You need something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went through every single garage. Jesus Christ. See, this is where I struggle to choose a car.
I'll bring it to you. Aight, I'll get back to work.
Bring out my favorite muscle car. Change outfit. Right. He's gone. Alright guys, well I'm going to end it off there. Sorry for the long stream, but I wasn't just trying to do a long stream, but also testing out my the weather, because my Wi-Fi was playing up last night when I was doing a different stream. But if I get weather like this tomorrow night, then I'll stream again. Either way, I'm streaming tomorrow night just because I want to. Oh, I saved my car. But yeah, I'm going to leave it off there, guys. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Shout out to DJ Wiser for tuning in towards the start of the stream. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to his crew. I probably said his crew a few times, but you know what? I respect his crew. I respect what their crew does, what his crew does. I just respect it all in general. But yeah, I'm going to leave it off there, guys. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. If you liked it, drop a like, subscribe. It's free. You can always subscribe at a later date, and all that. But if you like my content, subscribe. Hopefully, there's going to be more of this come. Hopefully, there's going to be more streams and possibly more videos if I can get some people to jump on with me. But because that comes in time zones. But yeah, I'm going to leave it off here, guys. Thank you once again. Sorry for the long stream, but I had a lot of garages, a lot of vehicles to go through, and I'm pretty sure I got them all. Last couple ones I probably rushed, but you can always rewatch them and pause it on every single vehicle if you want. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to leave off there, guys. Thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you once again for all the support on my channel, from all my viewers and subscribers and just other people in general. And I'll catch you all tomorrow night. Hopefully tomorrow night in my next stream. Peace.